Hello, listener. If you're going to watch The Wall with us or listen to our conversation, we mentioned sexual assault, fascism, brutal death, animal death, child abuse, domestic violence. Is that all of it?
War.
Oh, drug use. Enjoy.
Have fun. Be safe.
Any news since last we spoke? I think, well, in person-ish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I quit my coffee shop job because fuck that noise.
God. I don't know how much of that you can say out loud, but
it was bad. I was basically being left alone for closing every single time I worked at a downtown coffee shop. And my manager did not see a problem with it, even though most of the people are female identifying, and they were like, hey, we're scared for our lives. And then someone came in and tried to rob the store. And I was by myself and I was really scared. And he was like, can you stay till closing? Because we get fined if our till is closed early. And the next day I was like, hi, I quit. I'm actually reporting him to OSHA because like I couldn't even pee. I couldn't like have a break. Anything. So I want him to get fired, basically. I want him to lose his job.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have quit.
Safety is like critical. I mean,
It's
separate
key.
from your woman, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't even ask
In
somebody
general.
to walk you to your car or whatever. Like,
No, I live an hour away too by train. So like I'm taking the train and we closed at 8, which is insane for a coffee shop in general. So yeah, it was like, no, I'm done. And we had this chat on Instagram where we like bitched about it, and he found out and he was like terrified. I'm like, yeah, he probably thinks that we're gonna like sue him, which we could. So
absolutely.
yeah, I'm just working at CVS now, and it's great. I get breaks. I have people working with me. I get to like talk to humans that aren't sketchy. It's
Wow, you got so many perks over there.
I know, right? Yeah. How are things with you? How's life?
Well, I've run into a safety situation of my own at work. This guy, it's the second time he's completely lost his shit on me.
No.
Like when a guy retired next to me, he got that route. I'm a letter carrier. And the first time I was like, oh, he must just be having a bad week. I wrote him a letter saying like, I was not happy with how you handled that, but I've solved the problem. It was like tight quarters in the area. And then he does it again out in the parking lot in front of God and the world.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, I'm finding out that management does not do well with bullying employees. And I found out he's done it multiple times to other people over the years.
Holy shit.
That's how these guys get away with this shit.
Totally. Because nothing's done. Or they're just like, suck it up. Yeah. Whoa. Jesus. Sometimes I hate people. Sometimes it's really tough to be out in the world. Like,
Weirdly, they're often men.
yeah. Weirdly.
Speaking of toxic men, Pink Floyd, The Wall. Let's get into it, shall
Let's
we?
talk about him. Oh, man.
You're listening to The Great and Secret Knowledge. I'm your host, Jeff, and with me, returning guest host, it's Rhianna.
Oh, ow. Hello.
Hello, hello. Rhianna is from... Why don't you explain how they might have heard of you?
Sure. Yeah, I am one half of the Duras Sisters Podcast, a Star Trek podcast that covers Star Trek through various series themes. And I am super pumped here today to be doing a podcast that's not about Star Trek. What a kind of joy and a change of pace. I don't believe I've like ever done this, not talk about Star Trek on a podcast. So thank you, Jeff.
Right, because you both guest occasionally on Star Trek shows.
Yeah. Literally the only time is when we talked about the Twilight Zone, but we were talking about Trek actors in the Twilight Zone. So it doesn't really count as a different show. Not really. So thank you so much, Jeff. Yeah.
William Shatner in the original Gremlin episode on a plane.
Yep, totally. We've got the George Takei one and James
Wait,
Doohan.
did you mention John Lithgow in the movie version of that?
No, we did not.
He's also a Star Trek person.
Man, we should have had you on.
What pod was that?
That was like a random live we did for Halloween like a couple years ago. So it was very spooky. I remember I learned the intro so I could like say it in a spooky voice. So that was the extent. Yeah, it was very fun.
A dimension of sight and sound.
Yeah, but this is really fun because Jeff, you and I were just like chatting about Pink Floyd.
Yes,
I
I'm a
said it on
patron
the
of the
live or
Duras
something.
Sisters. You have a great Discord for your fans, and yeah, I came on. I was like, my co-host does not like this film, and I desperately want to talk about it.
And I'm like, good. I desperately want to talk about it as well. I was just saying, like before the show, like I don't have a lot of people to talk about Pink Floyd with, particularly the movie, because like just not a lot of people in my life are fans, which is kind of wild. My dad introduced me to Pink Floyd when I was little, and then we did this thing that him and I do called album assignments, where to try to like stay connected in college, we would switch off giving each other an album, and then we'd spend a week listening, and then we would come back together on a Sunday and talk about it in depth and just like do our own little mini discussion. And so we did The Wall, and then when I came home for spring break, he was like, well, we got to watch the movie now. And so we watched it together, and we were like, this is so crazy. And it was the first time he'd seen it in years, you know? And so he was like, we were very excited. We would have to pause to like discuss things. We're like, oh my God, like that scene's so meta or whatever. It was very fun. It's some of my favorite memories with my dad for sure.
Wow. Was it awkward at all when the ladies got topless?
A little. Yeah, I'd say so. I think like we've seen enough like we've seen like American Beauty together. We've seen a lot of like movies that sort of just like have a lot of naked ladies. So we were just sort of like, don't look at each other, just like la la la. My dad's like, I'm gonna go make some popcorn. I'm like, yep, see ya.
Oh my God, I just saw Back to the Future again in the theater with my parents. Oh. And incest comes up, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is so weird.
It's always like the ones you see with your parents that then have some weird ass themes, and you're like, wait, why are we here? What's happening? Yeah. I watched Game of Thrones with my mom. You're supposed to talk
about it afterwards. And
yeah, exactly.
Thinking like, of something that's not that to talk about.
Anything else, please? Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of your Pink Floyd journey. Do you have a favorite album?
I mean, it's got to be The Wall. Like, I love Dark Side of the Moon, but like The Wall has always been my favorite, and I can't really just listen to one song, because then I want to listen to the whole thing, and then I end up just starting it from the beginning, and then I'm like, okay, there's like an hour and a half of my life. What about you?
Oh my God, it'll take too long to explain my journey. Dark Side of the Moon is one of my big writing to songs. Like normally I can't do anything if there's words, because my mind keeps getting distracted. But if it's an album I know backwards and forwards, it just kind of goes to the background. But like I remember reading Watership Down on my bunk bed, like listening to Dark Side. And then more recently, I went on a podcast with my partner, Casey, called Any Album You Like. And there they do the thing where like you sync up Dark Side of the Moon and The Wizard of Oz. But you do it with a different album. Mm-hmm. and we picked Joanne, Lady Gaga's magnum opus.
I love that album.
And it was incredible. And I ended up listening to every episode of that pod. I think there were 10 or 12, and did it with some of the albums. And now it's my favorite film. I've covered it on the podcast.
That's so cool. Oh my God. What an amazing concept.
I guess I'm a Wizard of Oz expert, if any podcasts want me.
That's great. That's another movie that I love but can't talk about with anyone because none of my friends or family like it. So.
What?
I know. My dad is like an ardent Wizard of Oz hater. Like he's like the biggest hater. I guess because he was afraid of the flying monkeys growing up, and now he's just turned it into this like, it's just stupid. And I'm like, no, it's not. I actually cry every time I watch it. So.
Oh, it's everything. Wow.
Literally. Wow. Okay.
I mean, those monkeys are fucking terrifying. That's kind of the point.
That's right. Exactly. Like, I want to be a little scared in my, like, childlike wonder, you know?
So I would assume you've seen Wicked?
I have. I've seen only the Broadway, like, stuff, and I've heard all the music, but I haven't seen the new movie. It was one of those things I never got around to, but, like, yeah.
It's a weird one in that I saw it the first time and it just sort of washed over me. I was like, okay, I get it. Pretty good songs. And then I watched it again for this purpose. We ended up doing a 3-part series.
Yes.
AJ from Shattered Worlds came over for 2 of them. And yeah, it's incredible. And then Wicked for Good comes out soon.
That's right. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting.
Yeah. I love Wizard of Oz. Return to Oz, also terrifying.
Wow. I think I've only really indulged in the original. I haven't seen much of the rest. Yeah.
Got it. There's also a great graphic novel called Ozma of Oz, if anybody likes.
Okay. Love graphic
comic
novels.
Form. I think my first exposure to Pink Floyd was, God, is the record called Eclipse? It has the song on it with the dolphin and the like whale sounds with a guitar. Like, David Gilmour is my guitar hero.
Yes, absolutely.
And my friend, we were at a debate tournament, right? And I was brand new to debate. I wasn't very good, but my friend was like an actor and he always won. But for some reason, we found a math classroom and he had his boombox. Or no, I guess that was mine. So much Jeff lore. And he popped that on and it was so atmospheric. You know, we got all these sounds going. And I was hooked from then on.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Yeah, there's something about Pink Floyd that you can also just like sit and listen and stare up at the ceiling. I mean, it's also very good, like get high to album, like for sure. Like any of his songs, like okay, but like just in general, like the atmospheric quality of Pink Floyd is very intoxicating for sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I like almost all of their albums. Gumma's a little strange for me.
Yeah.
I almost never go to Piper at the Gates of Dawn, which is the original singer, and it's almost like a comedy record. But
yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right. Oh, and I saw them once in Vancouver, but without Roger Waters.
What? That's amazing. Wow.
They had this giant ball. It was like a disco ball, but it was like so intricate. You know, this was before LEDs. It must have cost millions of dollars.
Sure. Wow, that's very cool. Damn.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How do we start? Where do we begin?
God.
I mean,
literally.
Do you have an overall thought about this film before we get into the nitty gritty?
Sure. Yeah. I think that because I was reading a little bit about just like how it sort of came about, because the album came out in 1979 and then this movie came out in 1982. So it seems like a extension or something that people could kind of understand the album in a new way. I really appreciated that because I think that there's a difference between like, here, let me give you something that explains it versus just like, hi, I want to extend your knowledge of this like incredible concept album that we made. And I think that also it's already a story. It's already like built in. It already has so many like sound bites and various like images that you create in your own head. And so I think like what I really liked about this movie is that it didn't also contradict or like, you know how sometimes you'll watch a music video of something and you're like, oh no, now this song is completely different. Like it kind of, in a way, kind of ruins it sometimes. At least a lot of modern music videos for me don't really add to it. I sometimes avoid them because I'm just like, oh, you thought of it a completely different way than I did. Like, I don't really like this song as much anymore. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but that's kind of how I am.
Usually just karaoke videos.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. That have no relevance to what's happening. Yeah. For me, it's sort of like, let the artist interpret it, you know, come on, like blah, blah, blah. But I feel like with this movie, it just sort of expands on what you're already feeling from the album and still gives so much room for interpretation because there's parts where it's like hella trippy and you can kind of just like take what you want from it, or there's like scenes that are just not even vague but just like metaphorical enough that it feels like it's not trying to hold your hand and this is what this album is about, you know. It's still giving you enough room to like create your own space in it, and I really like that about it. And it was actually really funny because my dad and I watched this back to back with Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer, her movie that she made off of that album. Phenomenal if you haven't seen it. Same kind of thing. It took you along a journey and gave you more insight into what she was thinking while making the album. She, they, I can't remember what pronouns that Janelle goes by now, but yeah, that was really cool because it was like similar kind of idea of like, oh my gosh, you get to just expand your knowledge on an already really cohesive album. So that's what I really got from this film, especially with the era in which it was created and the cultural influences that it like brings in. You know, I was doing some reading before and it was like apparently Elvis died not long before this album and everything, and so like just seeing the kind of like thinking about all the treatment that Elvis went through at especially the end of his career and the stuff that Pink is going through in this movie is like really eerily similar, and I thought that was a really special kind of take they took for it to kind of also highlight how terrible the industry is to its fame, you know, and to the people who are under it.
Right. They enable bad behavior. They're all leeches.
Yeah, literally just like, okay, just pump them with drugs and get them on stage, you know. And I thought that was really fascinating to see visually as well. And yeah, so those are just a tiny bit of the large drop of thoughts that I have about this film.
Awesome. Yeah, I was doing some research before about the production. I tend to like avoid production information because I'm always disappointed.
Yeah,
but
same.
Apparently Roger Waters hated it. Right. You talked about getting the artists other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. In a way, it's almost like fan fiction, but it's so soon after the album comes out that it's like you assume the artists will be right there in the room making choices, and that is not exactly what happened.
Wow,
so there's this whole other dimension to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. I'm trying to think of any analog. Like, I think Michael Jackson was deeply involved in the whatever that one that had Smooth Criminal in it. Tommy was like almost word for word, just a visual representation of the album.
Yeah.
Captain Walker didn't come home. His unborn child will never know him. He's believed to be missing with a number of men. Don't expect to see him again.
And then there's just all your concert video movies.
Totally, yeah.
mostly just people standing on a beach or whatever, playing their guitars
Totally.
without chords.
Exactly.
This one went balls to the wall.
Literally. Like just the amount of extras in it alone to me is like baffling. You know, I'm
We
like,
don't do this anymore.
yeah, how much money did they spend on this movie? Because like, also you need the animators, you need the like incredible amount of set design and green screen, like everything that was going on, and just like the amount of stuff they probably broke for the scene where Pink is losing his goddamn mind and just like breaking his entire apartment. I'm like, oh my God, I hope they got that in a few takes, because to set that up again would be a nightmare. But wow, it's brilliant.
Okay, I'm doing a quick money
Yeah, I'm
convergence.
so curious.
It cost $12 million in 1982
shit.
money. Inflation brings us to almost 3 1/3 times that. So we're looking at 40 mil almost.
Wow. Wow. I mean,
That's
worth it.
like a high budget horror movie nowadays.
Totally. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. I mean, hey, I'm here for it. I think that it was money well spent for sure.
Speaking of horror, it has horror elements to it.
Very disturbing sections. Very like graphic. Like no one shied away in this movie from like visual horror. I think because there's so much of it like seeped into the album, so much like underlying pain and anguish, and like just the themes alone of like classism and oppression and capitalism and stuff is gonna come with its own feelings of like horror and misery. But like to show that on screen, there were some times where it was like, okay, when he was taking out the blade and stuff, I was like, I'm low-key triggered, but like it's okay. Just keep going. Yeah, that was wild. Like some of those, a lot of the like war scenes particularly, I was like, you know what? Respect for not like cutting away or,
Right.
you know, like they just showed a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think part of abstraction, this is one way that music videos can do something that nothing else does, which is visually represent what somebody's thinking.
Yeah. Yes.
Like this guy's staring at a TV, but it's irrelevant to what's going on in his head. So they kind of like merge into one another.
Yeah. Ooh, that's such a good point. And like this whole movie just like lives in abstraction, you know, and I think that that's another really cool thing about it is that so much is happening at once. Like you could literally, I feel like when I watched this movie for the first time, I watched like a completely different movie than when I watched it today, because you focus on something completely different every time. And I was way more focused on the like, yeah, tear down the wall. Cause I was at undergrad. I was like, yeah, like fuck education. Like this is BS. Like I love school and I love learning. And I hated the way that some institutions like treat their like kids and treat their students, and how expensive
Didn't
it
you
is.
work at a college for a while?
Yeah, I did. I worked at a college in undergrad and in grad school, and you just learn how like fucked up the system is, you know, truly on every level. And so I really fixated on that my first watch, and now I'm like, oh my God, like this is really about like classism and capitalism, because now I'm like an adult in the world and I see it from that perspective. So that was really cool to sort of compare and contrast what highlights to you each time you watch it, you know. And I feel the same way when I listen to the album. Like different songs will jump out at me for certain reasons depending on my mood, you know. If I'm having like a bad mental health crisis, I'm like, that whole section where he's like crashing out, I'm like, yeah. Like, you know. So that's what's really cool too, is how much you can take, and you could watch this movie like 10 times and still pick up something new, because there's so many just like images and like things flashing on the screen at once. So
Yeah, I think we have to talk about the director, Alan Parker.
oh my God, yes.
Roger Waters hated this motherfucker. Because Alan Parker was an artist. He was a genius. Like he did Bugsy Malone, Midnight Express, Fame. I think we've even talked about him on the show before. Or maybe it was the writer on Fame who did many Star Trek episodes.
Love that.
And after this is crazy. Angel Heart with Jeff Bridges. I auditioned to be in that film.
What? Oh my God. Dude, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I was 10 or 11.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Yeah. But some classics, Mississippi Burning, The Commitments. Not a classic, but it had Matthew Broderick and Rosie O'Donnell, The Road to Wellville.
Oh my God.
Evita, I've never seen it, but people like it. It had Madonna. And then Angela's Ashes, which is quite well done. But yeah, it made me think of Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi, where like all the lore is there, everything's prepared, and he comes in and goes, let's do this completely differently.
Yep.
And many people, including the musicians, were like, what the fuck is happening? They lost control of their project.
Yeah.
And it's a work of cinematic genius.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's the hard thing about being an artist too. And I know that like writers like John Green have talked about that a lot. I listened to his podcast with his brother Hank, and like he talks a lot about his own writing and that, and how once it is out and published into the world, it's no longer yours, you know? And this is sort of the question that I think this movie brings up a lot, especially because it's it's a few years after the album. And yes, like Roger Waters was still, in production with him, but it feels very much like it wasn't really theirs anymore. It was now like a collective group of people's work, and so then of course the art's going to be different, and of course people are going to take it differently. And so, but I could understand as an artist that being absolutely infuriating because you have one idea for a thing. You're like, this is my work. Yeah. And here you are fucking it up, even though like, of course now this movie's like critically acclaimed and like people at least really, take it to heart and see it as like a Pink Floyd film, obviously, and see it as like, okay, this is the wall.
Have you seen Oliver Stone's The Doors?
No, I haven't.
Apparently The Doors, the survivors, also did not like that film.
Oh man.
See, in this one, they personify Pink Floyd as a guy. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like he has all the problems that everybody in the band did.
Totally, yeah.
And he's at his worst, so we don't see all his good qualities. You don't see him just hanging out in the studio making songs.
No, he's like a full dictator.
Yeah. And maybe none of the guys had heroin problems. Like we don't know how far off it is from their lives. Roger Waters might have. Maybe he liked school and this makes like he got the point all wrong. We don't know.
Right, totally.
But that's Alan Parker. The writer is Roger Waters, obviously. Mm-hmm. He wrote most of Pink Floyd's songs after a certain point. Mm-hmm. I read this scathing interview where he said, the other guys don't write.
Oh, wow.
All they do is this derivative nonsense. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but he's like nothing new, buddy. Nothing exciting.
Wow,
it's kind of true. Like I tried to get into David Gilmour's solo album, and it was pretty light and fluffy. I mean, these guys were private school boys that went to art school,
right?
Like for as leftist as they are, I could see them maybe not having the richest of experiences.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas Roger grew up without a dad and did most of the work. Yeah. He hated that he was replaced in favor of Bob Geldof, the star. So what do you know about this guy, Bob Geldof?
Literally nothing except that he slayed this movie. He was so good. I obviously don't know if Roger is an actor and if he could have pulled off the shit that Bob did, but like I thought that
apparently not.
Apparently because he was replaced. Yeah. Tell me some more about Bob. What do you know about him?
Okay, so all I know is he organized. Was it Farm Aid? No, it was Live Aid to raise money for to raise money for people in Africa. It was probably NGO nonsense that wasted tons of money, but it was popular. I don't know if he was there for the first one where they did "We Are the World," or if it was. He definitely did the "Do They Know It's Christmas" song.
Oh, okay, wow, okay.
Which is some colonizer bullshit.
Yeah, some dicey rhetoric.
Like, no, dude, they have a completely different religion. They have dozens or hundreds of them.
Like, calm down with your white nonsense. Literally.
A lot of them are Muslim, so why would they care about Christmas?
Literally.
Yeah, pretty wild. He was in Spice World. Happiness? Is that by Todd Solondz? No, that's a different film. Happiness by Solondz is very dark. And Zombie Plane. So,
okay, buddy.
Clearly this didn't lead to a massive jumping off point for his acting career. But I thought he did a serviceable job here.
Yeah, I think especially given, like, this guy has no lines technically, you know, so it's sort of just a lot of like face acting and a lot of like, obviously, lip singing to the songs, and mostly looking slightly catatonic. But like, I thought with what the script gave him, which could be interpreted as like not a lot, he was able to do a ton with like micro movements and like truly like embodying that sort of like deep seated like anguish of the artist. I was like, yeah, I see that.
And I'm sure he poured some of his what it's like to be a solo artist in this business into it.
Totally.
I don't know anything about the other actors except Bob Hoskins as his manager. He's the one who's like, pump some drugs in him. Let's
slap
get him
in
on
his
stage.
face. Yeah. Oh man.
And Joanne Whalley, formerly Val Kilmer's wife, they met on the set, or no, they kind of got together during Willow, which we've covered on this here program. She played the lead groupie who goes into his hotel room while he's being all violent.
You want to take a bath? I always wish that she were a little more like had that little accent that this voice actor does in the album. I was like, man, you got to really ham it up more, girl. Like,
you want to take a bath?
But she did good. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be with Pink when he's having a literal crash out. So
yes. So last thing before we get into the things, Jessie started watching this and she got mad because there are so few female characters and they have so little to do. They're essentially objects like for Pink to react to. Totally. As a feminist, how's that feel for you?
I mean, it's like a pretty common narrative. I recently just watched The Thing for Halloween for the first time, and we were joking that like the only woman in the entire movie is like a poster, like a sexy poster on the wall. Literally no women appear in that movie. And so maybe some of the dogs were female, who knows, but like that kind of level. Yeah. So where you're just like, oh, okay, wow, like completely erased from this movie because apparently they couldn't go into the Arctic. And I think like for me, this makes a lot of sense when they're depicting a man like Pink, or like the character that is sort of this main kind of narcissistic, has a lot of mommy issues. Like if he already has mommy issues at the wazoo, women are not gonna come across well in this, you know? Like I think that there is this sort of underlying hatred of women that runs throughout this album, and I don't think it's like Pink Floyd saying that they hate women. I think it's the like character that's created for this album and for this movie is very misogynistic and is very like just like absolutely hates women. And
to our modern context, he comes off as like a Andrew Tate,
totally
or a Trump. Yes. Like women are the enemy almost.
Because even and this could very well be true to this random professor's life, but like even in the scenes with like the schoolyard and everything, and they're saying how like, oh yeah, the teacher comes into school after being slapped around by his wife, you know, and like the wife's really the puppet master that's like making him cruel, you know, and that could very well be true. Like abuse happens on both ends, and not try to deny that, but I do find it interesting that like the women are always the perpetrators of these men's pains, you know, and the mother is the one who fucked him up in his childhood, and it was because he had no dad and because his mom was so controlling that then he fell for this woman who like turned away from him and had an affair. And like I don't know, I think that for me it's sort of a common narrative you see in a lot of film. Particularly I think that they're especially like film from this era, if women had a role, it was usually to be sex symbols or to be the like femme fatale or to be the like Audrey Hepburn, where you're sort of like, oh, she's just there for the musings of the man. Okay. Like she's just there to better this man or to like make him think different about the world. And there's like a word for that, or they're the manic pixie dream girl kind of idea, you know, like this is a very common thing. And so yes, it's disturbing, but it's not that surprising to me, honestly, especially knowing this album, especially knowing the fact that that the character is so anti-women. It's kind of like, yeah, of course women aren't going to come off well in this, and they're all going to be naked, and they're all going to be either sex symbols or like abusing their husbands and that kind of thing. So not too surprising.
Yeah, they're either a malign influence or a mirror for the man's growth or pain.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I would have loved like maybe one woman in this at least who had like more of a neutral role. I think that is what I miss a lot in film, particularly, is when women are just like neutrally there like the men are, you know? And Ashlyn and I, my sister, we play a game where like if we're at the theaters and we're watching a trailer, we count how many movies have a half-naked woman in the trailer, because it's basically everyone. It doesn't matter if the movie's about sex or about anything. It could be an action film and they're still going to show a woman in a bra, you know? And so that's sort of what I think about a lot, is like, can't we just have neutrality? Can it be equality, even to the point of like them just existing next to the man without them having to be a mirror or a symbol or anything? So I totally get the frustration here. And if I didn't know this album so well, I would be a lot more offended, I think. But knowing it and knowing why, like, the character of Pink is the way he is, it really tracks.
Yeah. I mean, I am embarrassed to admit that a lot of those elements were present in my life. Like, I look to my dad as a stabilizing influence, you know, that helped moderate some of this. But my mom has plenty of good qualities, like taught me to be a feminist. Like, I'm not calling myself one, but, you know,
totally, like
caring about equality and stuff. But also some of this stuff. But I'm really grateful to my environment that I turned out not to be like Pink.
Totally. Yeah.
Even though there was a lot of in the back of the head. So I Googled TV trope woman that helps improve a man. Listen to some of these tropes. Behind every great man, heroic seductress, be a whore to get your man.
Oh, yep. That's a big one.
Incompetent husband trope and the war on women's happiness. Wow. Yeah. I can think about like 3 movies for all of those at least. Oof. Yeah, it's rough out here, y'all. I will say though, there were some scenes where there's like some very attractive women and I'm a lesbian, and I was like, oh man, I'm no better than a straight man right now, because I am just over here enjoying myself, objectifying these women as much as the film producers were. So, you know, it happens. All right. I'm going to have this running in the background as I go through the plot summary.
Sounds good.
So, yeah, apparently Bob Geldof thought Roger Waters was a flowery hippie.
Okay.
Fucking dickhead.
Wow.
I think it's because he was working class and they were,
Yeah.
you know, when I was at Evergreen State College, we called them trust fund hippies.
Yep.
Like you couldn't count on them to fight the revolution, but they'd smoke weed with you and
Right.
talk about vegan carrier bags or whatever.
Totally.
So we get some old-timey music playing as we drift along the floor in this dingy gray and white hotel. I love this shot. It's got like a Dutch angle. Just nice textures and it's truly art. And we're moving up to his hotel room. It's Christmas. Never noticed that before.
Right? What?
It's got the same font as on the album, and that's because the artist that does all the animation was the one who did the art for the album.
Okay, perfect. That's brilliant.
I'm not remembering his name. Let me see if I can find the crew. Cinematographer Peter Bijou. That's not him. Production designer Brian Morris. Maybe it's Chris Burke, the art director. Correction, that is Gerald Scarfe, who did all the art and animation. Well, anyway, that guy was deeply involved in its production. The housekeeper turns on the vacuum. Someone lights an old lantern with a match, and it's a soldier. It's windy outside, distant booming. We got patriotic music swelling. Sounds like a missile goes by, maybe a V-2 rocket or the V-1. What did they call those? The buzz bomb. Where like if you hear the engine drop out, you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
It's about to go down. He's cleaning his revolver, filling it up. Normally in movies, when somebody's filling up a revolver, it's either about to go down action style or it's going to a dark place.
Yep.
I really wondered. I wondered if they thought, like, let's make it ambiguous whether he died from a bomb or whatever. Or
That's a great point. Yeah. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. Also, fun fact, the song in the beginning was The Little Boy That Santa Claus Forgot, and it's Vera Lynn. So I believe so. And so, like, it's really cool that Vera Lynn, like, kind of starts out the movie as well.
Christmas comes but once a year for every girl and boy.
Yeah, there's a song called Vera Lynn.
She's, like, pretty, like, influential in this album and in the movie. Yeah.
Was she big in the 40s, like during the war?
Yeah, and she was an English singer. And there's a song that she, let me see here, sorry. I think that they've referenced in the song Vera Will Meet Again is her song. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we will meet again.
Exactly.
The song after that is When the Tigers Broke Free. I'm just going to look through these lyrics, see if anything stands out. The generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while. And the Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives.
Oof.
Isn't that the way? Roger's got some beef with those generals.
Understandably.
Makes me think of World War I and Gallipoli, where the Anzacs were just sent in wave after wave to their deaths.
Totally. Yeah, a lot of this was reminding me of like the trench warfare and stuff, like the scenes they're doing throughout, where they're like pretty much all in the trenches. I think there's one scene where they're like crossing a field, but I thought that was done really well and like definitely showing how impactful both of the like world wars were on England, particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal.
Oh, God. War sucks.
Literally. What is it good for? If you ask me, absolutely nothing.
Let's see here. Any other lyrics? My eyes still grow damp to remember His Majesty signed with his own rubber stamp. Pink Floyd also has issues with the monarchy.
Yeah. Very
Fuck
much
those
so.
guys.
I also have issues.
And that leads into a stoked looking guy with a Mickey Mouse watch. Oh, no. First, we see this sunny day on a field. It looks like football uprights.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have American football over there, right?
No. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. And that shot's shown a few times at like pinnacle moments.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to represent his happiest moment. Maybe?
Yeah, his youth, maybe. Yeah.
Interestingly, he's alone.
Mm-hmm. It's like where he finds the rat later, too, which is like
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow. So, yeah, the Mickey Mouse watch is ticking away. This guy, he's just still. Pan across his wrist and his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't hands fascinating? All those little wrinkles.
Right? That was such a cool shot. The like intense like zoom on the skin and everything. I was like, ooh.
Oh, this cinematographer.
Brilliant.
All those lenses.
Oh,
Yeah, this
love
Peter
it.
Bijou. I wanna see what he's known for. Okay.
Right.
He was also on Mississippi Burning, The Truman Show,
Oh, wow.
Time Bandits, which we're definitely gonna do on this show at some point. Yeah, he worked with Parker a lot. He was also on Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead,
Oh, love,
which
love.
I've only seen once. I want to see again.
Oh, it's so good. I love that. I love every iteration of that production.
Life of Brian. Holy
What?
shit!
Okay.
That- oof.
Love.
The People's Front of Judea.
Too good. Wow.
So we got this cigarettes all the way down. So we know this guy is fucked. Mm-hmm. This is how fires start. Don't do that, folks. If you're going to do heroin, save the cigarette for later.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So housekeeper knocks on the door. He stares blankly. So many lovely shots. Nice cutting and sound mixing.
Agreed.
Before we started, you were like, the sound editing is amazing.
So good. Oh my God.
I wonder, they should have got an Oscar.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe everyone was good at sound editing back then. Not so much these
True.
days.
Yeah, right? It seems to be getting worse, not better.
Although the TV shows I watch often, like Star Trek these days,
Yeah, I feel like they put more budget into Star Trek than to some of the like Oscar films that I watch. So
yeah. And then we get this like Brazil-like moment with the gate smashing and then bursting. Have you seen Brazil? Terry Gilliam's? Okay, the main character has these dreams periodically, and normally I hate dreams in media,
sure, yeah.
but they do it really well in that one. And yeah, that's what the gates reminded me of.
Ooh, I love that.
What does this mean? Maybe you can help me. My note. It's the meaning of like, oh, it's the meaning of life. Have you seen the meaning of life?
No, I have not.
There's a scene. It's like about different periods of life, like birth, death, whatever, midlife crisis. This guy has the conceit is that everybody's heaven or hell is based on their greatest fear or whatever. So he's running across a field chased by like aerobics women or like roller skater women with no tops. And this had real meaning of life energy here.
Oh my God, totally. That's too funny.
And it's intercut with soldiers running down a trench. Oh, and it's a riot.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
like
the kids
apparently
are being
riots were still a
free.
thing in the early 80s.
Doesn't surprise me. I mean, we're coming off the heels of like Vietnam, and like so many demonstrations, sit-ins, protests from that, and I feel like it just sort of like continued. Obviously, I wasn't like around during that time, but at least what I'm sort of aware of, especially when it comes to colleges and like schools, those kids were always doing some cool shit, always rioting about something.
Yeah. Now, at this time in 82, the Falklands War happened. That would have been protested in Britain.
Totally.
In America, aren't they in an American city in this one?
I think so, yeah, because he keeps calling his
Right,
wife.
he's calling back to the UK.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot, like, of course, his younger days are in the UK, and then I think some of the like school scenes are from Britain. But yeah, I really like this visual they have of the maid knocking on the door, the breaking down of the chains, the kids being freed from the walls of the school that look like the factory, you know, and then the men running from the bombs. It's kind of, and then it is all like interplaying together. Was really cool. Especially love the idea of the maid kind of opening this whole movie because of all of the themes of classism that run throughout this movie too. I was like, ooh, I love that we have sort of already a hierarchy of like status here, and but still the fact that she's the one like breaking down the door is like very
Right.
cool.
Yeah, she's at the low end of the totem pole, but she basically saves his life, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Right. I thought
He
that
could
was
have
super
died of
cool.
an overdose, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
I like that the class issues weren't stripped out.
Agreed.
I appreciate the director
It's a huge part of
at
it.
least keeping that, because I'm
Yeah.
sure Roger wrote that
Roger
into
was
it.
like, "You better fucking keep that." Yeah.
So is this a vision of the future, this fascist rally? Because obviously he hasn't
Yeah.
gone there
Yeah.
yet.
I think it
right?
is, or it's even maybe him like thinking about his demise or something. I think it is, though. It felt very much like the vision of the future, like what we're going to see by the end of the film. We just don't know it yet, so you're just sort of like, oh god, this looks like a Klan rally and a Hitler rally and a concert and a Trump rally and like it looks kind of like it all. And I love these ideas in the movie throughout, that like the sort of fascist symbols here are also feel so much like a giant gathering of people, the cultish sort of following of an artist. I am kind of a recovering Swiftie. I really do like Taylor Swift, and I really have a lot of problems with the fandom and like what people call like the Swiftie cult, you know? And I think that this happens a lot with any kind of like huge star that a whole group of people are fans of, is that like they can do no wrong. It doesn't matter how much money they have or how corrupt they are. I mean, even like a lot of like Beatles fandom was like very culty, you know? And yes, I love the Beatles. One of my favorite, like probably my favorite band of all time.
So not just
Still.
like teenagers screaming,
Yeah.
but
No.
like,
But
I
like
mean,
huge...
Charles Manson
Right.
used a ton of the White Album
Yes.
to like indoctrinate his.
Right, exactly. And
followers.
so I love that that this movie particularly addresses a lot of the like how a group and a fandom can become very cultish if the kind of leader, the dictator, quote unquote, is giving them feeding those ideals, you know, and it can be kind of scary. And I think that's the fear of like groupthink and things like that can pull people toward, can polarize people, really, you know. So I thought that was really well done, that this kind of feels like a concert, even though it really shouldn't, you know.
I should check in here so I don't have to do it later.
Yeah.
The idea of Charles Manson using Beatles lyrics to indoctrinate, that might be an invention of Vincent Bugliosi
Oh, okay.
and Helter Skelter. So I just want,
Sure.
you know, I don't know if that's been
How
debunked.
accurate,
Anyway,
yeah.
thank
Sure.
you, listener. Don't write in. Or please, we don't get enough letters. But in today's context, I think of it as the artist, or really anybody who's getting a cult of personality, there's this weird mix of like laziness and cowardice that leads them to either do soft dog whistles so they can keep both sides of the fandom.
Yep.
Or in this case, pick one and go dark.
Yep.
It seems that happened with Joe Rogan.
Yep.
That's the example that springs to mind.
That's a great example. Yeah.
But it's almost like presages the algorithm where like Facebook fed into people's fears and then connected them with worse people. And here we are.
Yes, exactly. And also how like an artist, if they say something, you know, that's polarizing or whatever, a lot of people who are ardent fans will like excuse it or be like, well, in this context, it's okay. Or like, it's just like, I still love them. It doesn't matter. You just got to separate the art from the artist, you know, like that whole concept.
My least favorite phrase. I'm convinced that I haven't been invited on this podcast I love because I hate that phrase. Like, like I was like, oh my God, this person was like, yeah, I'd love to have you. And I'm sure they checked out my social media and they were like, that's too much.
Oh, wait. Yeah. That happens to me a lot.
He's going to yell at me.
No, I mean, it's true. And like, I think about that a lot for people who, and I'm not trying to shame here, like, I was probably one of the biggest Harry Potter fans of all time growing up. And this is a similar kind of thing where now I can barely even stomach reading the books that I already own again, because now that I know what a like TERF and transphobe and like anti-queer, very like horrible person that J.K. Rowling is, like, I can barely even look at the stuff I own in the same way, let alone buy new stuff.
I mean, the messages of hate like rise to the surface and you're like, how did we miss all this?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Once you realize it, you're like, oh my God. And all the fat phobia and the transphobia is just like there for everyone to see. And we're all just kind of like blinded by like the other amazing qualities of Harry Potter that she doesn't like endow in her own life at all. And so I think about that similarly, where there's a lot of people who will still be like, yeah, but I'm still going to go to Harry Potter World, or yeah, but I'm still like, it's okay because like, you just got to separate the art from the artist. And like, I'm not trying to shame anyone who thinks that way, because I understand like a lot of it comes from a nostalgia. But also a lot of it comes from this cultish idea, you know, that like if Rowling were to hold a TERF rally like this, and she was able to get a lot of influence to get TERFs like elected and things, like this is what it would look like, y'all, is whatever the hell Pink is doing in this scene, where he's like basically a dictator and the other TERF Harry Potter fans are screaming along. Yeah. My
rule is if the bad actor is still alive, they're still profiting from the property.
Yep.
You know, they're not in prison. Their mission is successful. Like she's funding groups.
Yep.
You know,
continuously.
My
creating
example
harm.
is Woody Allen.
I was just thinking about him. Yep.
He's developed this group of people that now I can't respect because they've defended him. Helen Mirren. Yep. Scarlett Johansson, Jodie Foster. I don't know why all my examples are women, but it's really annoying. Michael Jackson is dead, so that part isn't there. We can be like, oh, the songs are good. They're not all creepy. Yeah. But it's there. Like you're gonna run into it. Whether they're alive or dead. But definitely if they're alive, I don't see the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just rewatched Regarding Henry. Deconstructing Harry on archive.org, so I didn't give him any money. Yeah. And it was just one thing after another. Like, how did I think this was funny at the time?
No, totally. Yeah. And I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan, and I like went through and watched all of his movies when I was little. And like, there was so much that just went over my head about that one. Yeah. Woof.
About how he kind of represents toxic masculinity. Bill Murray did that a lot too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and when their personal life comes to light, you're like, I don't want to engage in this anymore.
That tracks for like what you were doing in real life. Yep.
There's a podcast I really like that talks about time travel films or media. And they recently did Purple Rose of Cairo. And it's like they're trying to straddle this line where they don't alienate any listeners that might be on that side of things.
Sure.
And I don't like it.
It's tough, man. Yeah.
But that was probably his best film, maybe. So, all right. Moving on. Cops going berserk, and then In the Flesh starts. And for all its fucked up language, it's an incredible song.
Yeah.
We got kids going off on the cops. We got cops doing SA. That's an evergreen topic.
Jesus, I know. Like how relevant this movie still is, and the album itself is just like, oh no, it's continuously seen. And I was like overlapping all of my history that I've learned, and also stuff that I've like seen currently all across the world with a lot of these like riot scenes, a lot of these like dictatorship scenes. I was like, oh no, y'all, this should be a wake up call, but it never seems to wake anyone up.
A phrase I would like to hear in the mainstream media is police riot.
Yes.
It's almost always what they are. Even during Black Lives Matter, there were even cops committing crimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like caught on film.
Literally one of my favorite protesting phrases is it's not a riot until the riot police show up. Because it's true.
It's good.
Yeah.
Have you been involved in any street actions?
Oh yeah. Yeah, quite a lot since everything that started in 2023 with Palestine. Not started, but like when I started to wake up, I was going to protest like every week by myself, and it was one of the most transformative experiences of my life because I've never felt more community and more love and solidarity than I have at places like that. So just so you know, community is actually in the places they don't want you to find it.
Yes, and there are certain issues where they just don't play. Like you can't name a U.S. senator or big media figure that would ever say anything bad about the Israeli government.
Totally.
So when you jump into that pool, you're immediately at odds with everybody who trusts those figures.
Yeah, and I was in grad school at the time too, so that was tough because I had to kind of decide how neutral I wanted to be in school too, and with people who were not neutral around me, and I was like, I can't be neutral about this. Okay, cool, good to know. So I definitely would have been those people out on the streets, probably getting arrested by the police. So
my dad, Zoran Mondani, was about to be elected, and he asked me what I thought of X thing Mamdani supposedly said, and I was like, Dad, like he has dementia now, so none of this probably took, but I was like, these are lies perpetrated by this corrupt system because this nation should not exist.
Yes.
That's right, folks. I'm telling you right now, it is a colonial apartheid state.
Literally.
For all its vaunted protection of Jews after the war, tons of Jews do not believe in Zionism. And there is no place on earth that doesn't have human beings in it.
Yes, exactly.
So you're displacing people when you stick a bunch of new people somewhere.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did. They terrorized the populace until Britain decided to just let them have
Sign it away. Yep. Exactly. And we did the same shit in our U.S. history. So
right.
Like, no
That's
wonder.
one thing that comes up is people are like, well, we don't have a leg to stand on. And it's like, we can start standing now.
Yeah, it's time now.
So I told him we did it with South Africa. We can do it.
Exactly. That's the hope that I have. Absolutely. Yep. The tide is turning.
As long as they don't blow up the world before then.
Yeah, literally. We have to keep fighting. Yep.
So Geldof sang this one. What did you think of his performance?
I thought all of the songs here, because, I'm so used to the album, sometimes I was a little like, oh, and then I would get like into it, I think that sometimes it would just like sound a little bit different, but not really even in a bad way. I was really just appreciative of the like different emphasis on different words too. That's always kind of fun, to hear that, especially because like you were talking about how Dark Side of the Moon is your like writing album. I think I will definitely listen to The Wall just like while I'm doing stuff or while I'm reading or writing. And so it is fun to like hear a different version almost, but still very much in line with the album itself. I thought he did great. Yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to find the lyrics of, I must have scrolled past it or it's not in the script.
Yeah, it's like in the top before all the...
So you thought you might like to go to the show. I guess because it's just a vision of the future, it's just part of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice a lot of them were like fading away or cut a little bit, which makes sense for the cadence of the film.
Almost like an overture at the start of a film. Just little hints. His lip syncing isn't great, but that's common in films.
Yeah.
I like the dim-witted looking fans just kind of staring on in confusion. Like, imagine if you're not a fascist and you see somebody come out in a fucking SS uniform. Yeah. And you're like, what? Is this a new direction? Should I leave? What is this?
Yeah, that'd be an instant red flag for me if my favorite artist came out as a fascist. I'd be like, oh no, okay, well, I gotta leave this concert, especially before he starts calling out like all of the minorities. So I'm like, quick, I gotta run.
This is like the rightward turn that a lot of artists have done. Russell Brand, notable example.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was like, are they shocked by this fascist imagery or are they hypnotized?
Right. I was wondering that too. It seemed like maybe a mix of both. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we get some more war imagery. A plane flies in. There's a big boom. I wrote, you'd think Roger's dad got blown up in the war. Oh, yep. Sure he did.
There you go. Yep.
He was 3 years old. So dad drops the phone after a bomb goes off. We get a mom sunning herself, and that's Pink's mom. What did you think? Did her performance come across?
Oh yeah, I thought it was great. I think of course, with the mother being such a huge part of this, literally a whole song about her, and arguably, I know Goodbye Blue Sky is technically about the dad, but about war, but about, but it's also, at least in the album, it starts with the like, look, mommy, there's a loud plane up in the sky. And you're sort of like, oh, like him even talking to his mother about the plane that supposedly kills his father is very meaningful. And I thought too, this whole section of starting to now intermingle the like animation with the live footage was really cool, with like this war bird kind of thing, not a Star Trek war bird, but like a literal bird with claws taking like gouging chunks out of the earth. Like I thought that was such a cool visual. I think that some people did say, I was reading some like critiques about this movie, and a lot of people were like, yeah, it was too heavy-handed, or like it was too like too dramatic. And I'm like, it's supposed to be. That's the whole fucking point, like if it's too heavy-handed,
stop making sense, or right. Whatever the Led Zeppelin one is, like drama is part of rock music.
Exactly. Like I'm sorry, this is Pink Floyd. It's gonna be dramatic, and it's gonna like show you what you need to see, and so like the planes turning into crosses and the Union Jack, or the like British flag turning into like bloody cross. I was like, that's so genius. I'm so here for it. And really cool with the kids putting the bullets on the train track. because later I realized it's probably, or it's like the bullet that he took from his father's like drawer, when he was like playing dress up from his father. That was really crazy because like, yeah, I was just really in love with this whole section. This movie does a great job.
It's almost like he got a taste or an interest in violence.
Yes.
And being unsafe.
Totally. Yeah.
If I can shift back for a couple things, they show the wounded. Like so many war films just kind of brush that stuff aside, and here it's like front and center.
Yeah.
That it's just a meat grinder. And when she's reclining in her seat, the crib is like way across the yard.
Yes.
Like anybody could come by and grab that kid. She'd never notice.
Totally. Great visual representation of her neglect for sure.
Geldof's in the flat. He's swimming. So skinny. I wondered if he lost weight
and I was like,
for this role.
I hope that was healthy and safe for this role. Yeah.
When the pool becomes full of blood. Oh my God.
And how they bring that visual back later after he has his like literal crash out. I was like, oh damn, that's from the beginning.
Yeah. There's let's see, during Another Brick in the Wall, there's a patriotic church. Little Pink is very cute, but he has a terrible haircut.
Yes.
His dad's medals on his coat. Playing with a plane. You mentioned that. There's Anzio Memorial Playground. The outfits. Oh, I love period outfits.
So good. They did great with this. And I feel like every period piece has the like little grayish, like beige tint over it. And I was like, oh, here it is again. Like,
yes. Did you notice that he tries to go up and basically find a dad?
Totally.
And the guy's like, clear off, kid.
He's like, you're not my son. Yeah.
So that bird you mentioned is a dove. Dove of peace.
That's right. And the cat was like stalking it, I think, by the crib.
And that's what makes it take
fly off. Yeah.
And this begins Goodbye Blue Sky. The flag becomes a bloody cross. Yeah, this animation sequence will live in my brain forever.
Totally.
The white cross of memorial just covered with blood. The mechanism of war. The harsh lines of fascism. Oh man. Oof. I bet that imagery was everywhere growing up in Britain. Like people probably had like Nazi memorabilia in their cupboards, like that they had picked up on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Next, it's Happiest Days of Our Lives. How's this one go? I'm scrolling the script down. Oh, here we go. When we grew up and went to school, there were certain teachers who would hurt the children any way they could. Oof. Yeah. A little harsh to blame fat and psychopathic people.
Right? Literally.
They have their own lives. Like, I do believe I dated a psychopath once. Didn't end well.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no thanks to that, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this does sort of begin the narrative we were talking about earlier of the, like, cycle of violence. It's talking about the teachers who are abusing the children because the wives are abusing the teachers. So I think that's really interesting. And a lot of this movie is about cycles and of course the album is a literal cycle. But I thought that was really cool. It's starting to play on the sort of the violence like in people's nature and how it can carry out in this like rippling effect. I mean, we'll see that later with his whole dictator era and like everything. So yeah, that is just really cool, a theme throughout.
Right before the brick in the wall, we get this flash of concentration camp victims in cattle cars.
Oh,
I know
my
they're
God,
supposed to be the kids with the faces, but ugh.
That was the what I thought of too. Yeah, that gave me chills for sure.
And in today's context,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just kidnapping people off the street. In Israel, they're just rounding up people, claiming they're Hamas. I mean,
Literally, like Congo, Sudan, Yemen, Tigray. Like this is happening
I just
all
read
over the
that
world.
70,000 people died in 10 days in South Sudan.
Correct. Yeah, guys, it's awful. If you don't know about this, please go support who you can, because like more people need to be knowing about what's going on in Sudan. I know a lot of this was really hitting home for me, like the riot scenes and the scene with the train. I was like, oh God.
Do you remember when a ton of people disappeared from the rolls down in Florida?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people fall off the rolls in any institution, but that was a huge number. They found a lot of them, but it's a troubling statistic.
Indeed. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. There's this moment where the teacher clowns on Pink because he's writing poems.
Yeah. Yep. That's rude, sir. Poetry's great. Like, we need it.
I mean, I guess I was busted in class a few times for doodling or
same.
or
Yeah.
writing poems. So I get it.
Oh, yeah, me too. When you're supposed to be learning arithmetic or whatever, I was like, anyway, I'm going to write my poetry and not be good at math. It does really talk about a lot in this movie, the sort of like, how it's not great to be an artist, you know, in like the society, you know. But I also loved later on when they're trying to get Pink out of his like catatonic heroin induced state. The producer or whatever is like slapping him and he's like, he's an artist, you know, like that's sort of his justification too. So then they're using it as a weapon against him, and here they're using it also as something that he shouldn't be doing in school. I was like, oh boy, that's too true. It's too true for capitalism.
The teacher's beating him. I mean, both literal and metaphorical. This shit is so relevant. I wish more people liked it.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Now, did you notice he was writing Money from Dark Side of the Moon?
Oh, no. That's crazy. Wait, that's insane. Okay. Amazing catch.
So at the start of Another Brick in the Wall, we get this twangy Telecaster, and I just like my whole body started vibing.
Totally.
Kids are going through this thing that looks like the Toy Story 3 oven.
Yes. Literally. Literal meat grinder, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
A conveyor belt of desks and desks and faceless kids. So there's a theme in the show recently with me and annoying choreography. And there was none of that, thankfully.
No, yeah.
And then the kids are rioting. Dave Gilmour's got a badass solo.
Yes.
These kids are losing their shit. And I wrote, this kid riot rules.
It does. Oh my gosh. I know. I was singing this song like all the way into work because I feel like very much the capitalism spirit has been taking over my body in a not good way. So I was just like, we don't need no education. Like, this is so good to get you through the day. Particularly in this time period we're living in, and every time period. I know, like this is as relevant as it was when it came out. Probably my favorite section of the movie still. Like it brought so much almost like hope to me when the kids are able to throw off their masks and like riot and like burn the schoolhouse down. Like there's something really cool about that also as being like a neurodivergent person, and like the like literal like the like masking that you do as a neurodivergent person, throwing that off as well. I was like, oh, like this is cool on so many levels, even if like we were talking about earlier, even if that's not what was intended, you know. It's the mask, sure, of like civilian, you know, like being in that kind of like you're one person in school and you have to be that one person. You can't be writing poetry during class. Like I get that that's sort of what they're going for too, but I was thinking about like individualism a lot here and how important that is in school, and how when you're just seen as this like automaton, and it happens in school and then it happens at work, and you just like continue to feel that way your whole life. It's like, oh no, we got to throw those masks off. We got to burn this shit down. Like something's got to give. Yeah.
Yeah. I was really blessed being an undiagnosed autistic that they had a gifted program. So I was able to get more direct instruction. And then in high school, they had what's called running start. So I was able to go escape the rigors of the system.
Yes. Oh,
go
that's
to community
cool.
college.
Love that.
But yeah, it's so hard to counteract the system.
Totally.
So we see him fall in love with his future wife. She's like twice his height.
Yes.
He's a voyeur, apparently. It's a real George McFly situation.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, oh no.
And then we see him during his marriage, and once again, he only cares about the television.
Mm-hmm. And it's always some kind of war movie or news or something on TV. Or if it's not, it's some like romance film that he quickly changes. He's like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that romance. Give me that violence.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever that dismissive of my partners.
Right.
But yeah, I got the sense of alienation from the world and looking for meaning in pop culture. I mean, look at the podcast.
Totally.
Let's see. He's sick. The doctor comes by. He's afraid of shadows. He goes downstairs. Mom's asleep. He gets in bed with her. And thus begins a cycle of him relying on women to make himself feel better, and to bring him outside of himself. I definitely relate to this. That's probably my addiction of choice is romance, unattainable women, unavailable women. Oof, what's the other kind? The unrequited love.
Yep.
Dangerous crushes. All that.
Yep.
And then mom has a corpse in the bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was creepy. That was so creepy and so well done. You know, I'm like, is that the father? Is that like maybe the depiction of like the love that he can never really get back from his mother? I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of meaning.
All her love is going into what might have been. This father who can't be bad because he was only ever, an ideal.
Yep. And probably mostly gone even before he died, like off doing military stuff. Yeah. Oof.
So we learn a little bit about his marriage. This redhead becomes his wife. She's trying to talk to him while he writes songs. That related to me. Like when I was married, my wife was not great. But one of the reasons was when I was writing, she'd like require me to stay in the living room while she's watching reality shows or whatever stuff I hate. And I just had to be there and write because she didn't want me out of the room. Obviously, that's not what's happening here. She's just a normal lady that wants to talk to her husband.
But like you bring up a great point though too, and I think it's tough with writers in particular, because I definitely will get in like the enchanted like moment where I cannot break away from my writing, and my wife will come in and be like, hi, you want to cuddle? And I'm like, yes, but no, like I can't right now physically tear myself away from this like intense narrative or like whatever I'm feeling in my soul that like has to get out, as like an artist. And I thought that was done really well. And of course he takes it to this extreme where he's like never paying attention to her. And like, I think when you see this and you think like, oh no, like when you find out she's cheating on him and then you see all the stuff that he's doing, you're like, okay, like I never justified cheating. And I can also understand what pushed her, away. And he pushed her away, creating this wall already around himself, like so early on because of all the mother pushing him away and needing him too much and then not needing him at all. Like that kind of, that type of love has got to really have messed him up for like any future relationships.
Right. Now, I will say that if you're in this cycle, listener, if you're an artist and you're not paying attention to your loved ones or your pets or your whatever, it feels not easy, but it truly is. You just set down the thing you're doing.
Exactly.
And give them all of your attention.
Put that passion in.
It becomes a habit.
Exactly.
It's very hard, though, when you're in the shit and you're like, this is the most important thing in the world.
Yeah. And then you like look up from your own little writing world or art world and you're like, oh, wait. I have this,
my
like...
wife's cheating on me with my sports
wait,
buddy.
How did this happen? Like, what?
Not a real thing that happened.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus.
Shit. Have you seen Slaughterhouse-5?
Oh, yes.
Okay, this section really feels like it to me. Like we're getting her as a young person, her as the person in the present.
Totally.
She meets a nuclear disarmament activist guy, and like that doesn't interest Pink.
Yeah.
So he just kind of looks the other way while she floats into this guy's orbit.
Which he kind of looks like how Pink made himself look later on, and he's got this sort of not as insane with the eyebrows like completely short off, but yeah, the short hair and the like kind of like I guess even just like the build. I don't know. It's kind of like, is he like trying to make himself like even subconsciously more desirable to her? Yeah.
This is a sad thing when your relationship is ending. At least for me, I tried to do everything. Like I was writing a novel that she might like. I was getting super fit. I was like doing all this stuff to try to get her to pay attention to me. It didn't work.
Yeah, F that. It's not worth it. Like
So he tries to reach her. This guy answers the phone. And he's just losing it. He's fetal. He's in bed.
Yep.
And then he's all alone in this random tunnel. And who hasn't been alone in the pity tunnel?
Right? No, truly. The great visual representations here of like his own isolation. There's so many good ones. The empty hallway, the tunnel, the empty
camera
room.
Floats up at a weird sort of direction. And it's all black space around the oh my God. Turns out the artist is Gerald Scarfe. And this animated sequence begins with flowers, just Georgia O'Keefeing it out.
Totally. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, these are very sexual flowers. And also very aggressive and very ready to like consume each other.
It's a real teeth situation.
Yes.
With the feminine organ sucking in the male.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Another form of like maybe an emasculation almost is what like I could see sort of, or at least him feeling that way, like, oh my gosh, this woman's consuming me. His other like hatred of women was really coming out in this flower. I was like, oh no.
The moment where they match the
yes, oh my god, I was like, whoa, okay, that's where we're going.
Works, and then they become like human bodies. Oh shit. And then the evil bird comes back.
We love the evil bird symbolism. I love
the wall
this
goes
whole
up,
thing with like the wall
through a cathedral.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so much symbolism too of just like the wall with like the people who are outside of it like turn to like there's like a sort of inhuman monster type guy who like smashes the skull of another, and the flowers like die if they're outside of the wall, and but that he's like also dying because he's inside the wall, like like either way it's this like damnation sort of.
To me, this was toxic masculinity personified. It's like once you allow yourself to cut people off, violence is more likely. I used to call it my cloudy head feeling when I started to like become completely detached from people around me, and anything could set me off. Yep. The wall at one point, the busted up cathedral turns into almost like a cathedral to sex and excess.
Yes.
With the neon, which is kind of like a part of the rock and roll lifestyle.
Totally. I mean, he even like I think this version of Empty Spaces has more than in the album. I think they added more lyrics here. I love that, like, it talks more about, let's see, he says, where waves of hunger roar, shall we set out across the sea of faces and search for more and more applause? Shall we buy a new guitar? Shall we drive a more powerful car? Shall we work straight through the night? Shall we get into fights, leave the lights on, drop bombs, do tours of the East, contract diseases, bury bones, break up homes, send flowers by phone, take to drink, go to shrinks, give up meat, rarely sleep, keep people as pets, train dogs, race rats, fill the attic with cash, bury treasure, store up leisure, but never relax at all with our backs to the wall. Holy fuck! This like gave me full body chills. I was like, this is exactly the thesis, you know, of so much of this movie and of this album and of this time period that the both the writers and the directors and everyone who was in the creation of this were in, like, over consumerism, this like heightened capitalism mixed with the sort of like bullshit promises you get told about fame, you know, and then of course all the quote unquote background stuff like war and disease and like stuff that should be really important but become background to whatever fame, drinks, sex, drugs, alcohol kind of that goes into that. I thought that was really interesting, especially the like rarely sleep, keep people as pets, train dogs, race rats, like especially because we have the the imagery later with the rats. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's brilliant.
God, store up leisure but never relax at all.
Oh,
like, oh, that is what it's
That's
like
me.
to live in this system.
That's literally me. Like, I have never related to a line more. Like, wow, I can't remember the last time I've been relaxed. And that's exactly how they want you to be, you know?
And then we get into, the full excess. And this is not everybody gets this, right? Once you have more money than you know what to do with and you're like beloved by people. This is the more what it's like to be a rock star.
Yep.
I had a thought. Oh, you know that song by Metric about like you can never get enough?
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of like
That's
this.
exactly
it's like
it.
once you get
Yes.
addicted to consumption, it just grows and grows and grows.
Exactly
can't
how
win.
they want it to be. Yeah. There's this great song by Bo Burnham called Welcome to the Internet that I thought was kind of similar about sort of the internet age and how you can get everything from that and you'll still be as empty as you were before kind of thing.
Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time.
Everything, everywhere, all of
The time. Yeah, so I was getting that vibe as well. Like, oh my God, and nothing really changes. You're still building that wall and you're still empty inside and you can never relax. Yeah.
I don't know if we could have ever predicted the internet's ability to
No.
connect us more than ever before and then alienate us from one another at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I did my poetry thesis for undergrad on isolation and half of my poems were about like digital connection and the internet, and I published them or I like finished them during COVID, so I was like, oh no, it's even more relevant. Like I started these poems in isolation and ended them in isolation. Oh God. So yeah, I mean it's very much like the most contradictory of things. Yeah.
For a long time I thought I was in the grip of depression, but a lot of times I was just out of joint with society and my proper role. And now that I know I have autism, I can unmask and like claim my space. And that stuff seems so much less important.
Yes, exactly.
Like, getting ahead and I mean, young lust. Here we go.
Oh man.
What it's like behind the scenes. Groupies come in. They've got a whole heist set up where they jack the passes from the workers.
Yep.
would you call this sex work?
Kind of. Like, or making sex work for the women, like
right. I mean,
did
one of
kind
them
of like
stays
this.
back and has to do the work while the rest get in.
I did kind of like this, like, as much as it's seen as not very feminist, there is kind of an angle of like, but they're also like, literally, like you said, it's like a heist. They are taking from these men, and like there is something very powerful about that, and just the kind of smirks that they trade to each other. I was like, okay, ladies, like we know what we're doing here. Like they know how to manipulate the male ego. That was really kind of fun to watch. Yeah.
So she goes from that. This is Joanne Whalley, who was like one of my seminal young boy crushes. Saoirse from Willow. Those red curls. Here she has straight hair. And she becomes so nice, just like a housewife as soon as she walks in the room.
Totally.
And I'm like, which one is the real one?
Yeah.
You know, does she put on the groupie face so that she can get here?
Right.
Or is that just another face of manipulation?
I love that. Wow.
Oh my God, what a sad little squirrel.
Okay.
What a strange quote.
You want some water? I'll get you some water. Like, just doing stuff for, or trying to do stuff for him. And she's like, wow, you really like this program. You like this TV, huh?
Oh, wow, look at this tub. You want to take a bath? And then she starts directly trying to talk to him. I bet in the groupie game, you run into a lot of stoned out.
Yeah, I was thinking the
celebrities.
same. Yeah, like this probably isn't too shocking to her. Until, of course, he starts trashing the place.
This is one of my favorite songs, One of My Turns.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so good.
I think I first heard this in college before I ever saw the film. This lovely lady was in the lobby of the part of the school that I went to, Fairhaven at Western Washington. And she did Imagine, and just the piano parts. She wasn't singing. And I was there with my guitar, and I was like, I could just very easily walk over there and like join in, but I was too afraid. So shy.
That's fair. Yeah.
And then she got into this one, and I was like, oh my God.
You're like,
This
what
song
is this?
just... Would you like to watch TV or get between the sheets or contemplate the silent freeway? Would you like something to eat?
Ooh.
And why are you running away?
It's so good. It's so fucking good. I mean, this whole sequence here also very much like showing his like hatred of kind of his own fame and of the women who come with that fame, you know. He's like not directly hurting her, but he's like throwing stuff near her, his own possessions, you know, and it's of course freaking her out as it should.
This is a common form of violence for men in the grip of misogyny. Is I know I can't get away with hurting her.
Yep.
So I'll just terrorize her.
And then be like, why are you running away? Why are you so scared of me? Let me gaslight you real quick.
Oh my God.
I didn't actually hurt you. I just like threw glass at you. Like what? You know, so I thought that, yeah, this scene is so good, especially him sort of scream singing. You know, I love the way that this song is delivered always. It's so visceral for sure.
Fun fact, when he threw the TV out the window, perfect matte painting, I think, or maybe they had a rear projection of the city, but it was just a studio out front of the window and mattresses.
Okay, nice.
So the TV goes through the sugar glass or whatever and lands on the mattress, and Bob Geldof got to take that TV home. And he just had it for years.
Now he gets to sit in front of his TV.
Yeah, and so
that's
now,
amazing. I love that. Okay.
Next is Don't Leave Me Now. So he's back in the pool. Everything's destroyed. And he starts daydreaming that dude hooking up with his wife And it's a Mr. Brightside situation.
Yes, totally. Oh man.
Oh my
That's
God. At
too
one point,
true.
there's a lava lamp type blood. Oh,
The
great
visuals
stuff
here are
here.
so good. Ooh.
Oh, this is where we first see the hotel room becomes a cartoon, and the cartoon people come in and they're gigantic.
I loved that. That was cool. I liked that basically he's like, let's see, he's back to kind of not even, I wouldn't say calm by any state, just sort of catatonic at this point. And it's sort of also then we're kind of taken back to the empty spaces because he just has this room and his TV, his chair, and his lamp, and her silhouette, that turns into that freaky flower that's ready to eat him.
It's terrorizing him now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the power.
Yeah.
This is, I think, indicative of how our fears and obsessions become so outsized that we feel powerless to oppose them.
Yes,
I
exactly.
also had a question. Is this song in any way about domestic violence? I mean, the way it's portrayed here, she's the aggressor.
Totally.
Just right after he did that to another woman.
I mean, I could definitely see it. The lyrics really are could be that way for sure.
Well, you know how I need you.
Need you.
To a pulp on a Saturday night. Oh, babe.
Exactly. You nailed it. That's exactly how he sounds. Yeah, I mean, it's true. And it's at least very much like a hella toxic relationship, where it's like, how can you treat me this way? I need you, but we're totally bad for each other. Yeah. Oof.
We've also got the traditional image of vagina with teeth.
Yes, exactly. They really love this image here. I was like, oh man.
Like that movie Teeth.
I know. I was like, wow, I didn't realize this was such a popular culture thing. I guess it, scares some men. So I also love too that a little cliche but perfect, because this is what we're here for, is the drama, is him smashing the guitar on the TV, that idea of the industry he's in, the music that he's creating is kind of all falling apart. And there's the media with the TV there, it's sort of all interconnected.
Right. He's rebelling impotently against not even the thing itself, but the thing delivering an image of the thing. It's almost like, what if the people in the cave in Plato's The Cave analogy were very angry?
Yes, exactly.
Just fucking up their cave.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. It's very true.
And then the wall's up. Another brick in the wall, part 3. I don't need no arms around me. I don't need no drug to call me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. And that is what an extreme depression feels like.
Yep.
At least that's my experience of
That's
that.
a very, very good take. Yeah. And the final sort of brick in the wall, to his ultimate isolation and low-key annihilation. This is of course the descent that we see happen to him when he's about to shear off his eyebrows and become a dictator. It really is showing that each wall, each brick that was created from either these people, these women in his life, these experiences in his life, were laying it, but he's the one who actually laid the wall. He's the one who created it and who wanted to isolate himself, and then was shocked that it was actually isolating himself. This is the thing I love so much about this, is that the wall is such a great representation of like you said, of depression, of something of I don't really want to be doing this to myself, but it's the only way in his mind at this moment that I can control my own world, is by creating this own wall around myself. It's too good.
Did you notice right before we go to the kid walk through the field, he's playing with his pills and then he starts making tweaker art?
Yeah, this was crazy.
And then we get some lovely finger picking. And it's, is there anybody out there? He shaves his whole shit. There's blood all over.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there? Is there any lyrics to that one?
Just a lot of...
I think it's just music. And then we're into Hey You.
Another great song.
Don't tell me there's no hope at all. Together we stand, divided we fall. It's a weird placement there. Like all of a sudden he does want to be with people. Or no, maybe he's saying like, that's kind of the narrator coming through being like, you're falling because you're divided.
Totally. Creating that division for yourself. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I think, is there anybody out there? It's just those words.
And we get this image of him hitting his body against the wall, asking, is there anybody out there? And it's like has this great panning shot, show how high the wall he's built is, you know? And it demonstrates so much of what we were saying about self-isolation. You want it until you don't, kind of thing. And then he's like, fuck, damn it, this wall is so tall that I built. Why did I do this?
Oh my God. I love Nobody Home.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I've got a little black book with my poems in.
Me too, buddy.
Toothbrush and comb in. When I'm a good dog, they sometimes throw me a bone in.
Nicotine stains on my fingers. Oh.
So he's back at the TV. There's more cartoons, Reagan, sports, cars. It's almost like he's buying into the what the system says is important.
Totally.
No longer looking back to the past, but looking to the materialistic present.
Yes. I love that take. I love it. The part that I wished was in this movie that was not, that I use as a vocal stim all the time, is one of the channels they flip through in the album. It's like, surprise, surprise, surprise. And I was like, where is that? It wasn't in the movie. I was waiting for it the whole time and Nobody's Home. I was like, where is it? My vocal stim. I've been using it for years.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Now there is an edition that's not in the album. Right after we get like him attacking the phone, there's hammers standing in a field.
Yes.
And some guy calls his dog the N-word.
Yeah, okay, this was crazy.
What are we doing? Did Roger write that? Did Alan stick that in?
Is that like legitimately from an old film or TV show or something?
Oh, that's right. It's a clip from an old movie.
Yeah. But I was like,
the
why?
Director clearly chose that for some reason.
A part of me was hoping it was like an indictment on like he's like getting his own, like he's like seeing this own bad rhetoric on TV, and that's also what helps him to become this like terrible dictator type thing.
Okay.
That was the only thing that could save me from this, because I was like, no, are you serious? Like, this is not needed at all. Otherwise, unless they're trying to like make a point about, ooh, how influential the media can be on your brain. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Next, young Pink is searching the dunes in an army coat, presumably his father's. He finds a bunker with red paneling. Oh, it's an army hospital, or maybe a mental hospital?
Yeah, that was unclear.
And there's a straight jacket. I think this might be a subtle nod to the fate of their original lead singer. What's that guy's name? Pink Floyd. I'm just going to type Pink Floyd into Wikipedia. Syd Barrett. He kind of went off the deep end, had schizophrenia, I think, which it's hard to live a normal life with that. He ended up living with his mom for years. But yeah, there's all these weird Dutch angles. And then we get teenage Pink. And teenage Pink finds adult Pink in his room being all wacko. So this is real Slaughterhouse 5-y here. We're like having different time period people meeting. There's a kid-sized trench.
Yeah.
Unless that's how tall trenches were. I always imagine them as being like
right, a little bit
deeper.
Yeah.
Maybe it was too expensive to dig a really deep one.
Probably. Yeah.
And it's full of bodies.
This
still can't get out of the past.
This whole sequence was amazing. I mean, I also really took on new meaning for when he says I've got faded roots, because at first I'm just like, oh yeah, like hair roots or whatever, but I'm like, holy shit, no, he's talking about like his father and his family, and especially seeing these overlapped, I was like, oh, like with his younger self walking through his life kind of thing. I was like, oh, that's genius, especially because he's kind of fading from his own roots at this point.
Yeah. And he can't find his dad amidst the hubbub. Right. Now, in real life, he probably would have been told that his dad had died already. But here he's like looking
through the trenches and putting the blanket on one of the soldiers who was dead. I was like, ah. Oh,
Jesus. And then we get Bring the Boys Back Home. And as an anthem of positivity, it's kind of a bummer.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the kid, he sits down to zone out, and then somebody busts the door open in his hotel room. And it's Bob Hoskins.
There he is.
The hotel manager's there, and he's like, Hoskins is trying to calm him down.
Yep.
The EMTs are treating Pink. He's still in the zone, so we see his young self find a rat. I guess a dead rat. Shows his mom. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, for some reason.
And he runs to a hidey hole and hides it. Then we go back to doctor and mom. Now, is the doctor treating him or his mother?
I think him. Because there's that line in Comfortably Numb where he says when he was young he had a fever.
That's right.
And hands felt like two balloons. Comfortably Numb is my favorite Pink Floyd song, like of all time. It's just so good. And yeah, so I think he's
play that guitar solo.
Oh, that's badass. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, and I think he's remembering his sickness from his childhood and kind of relating it to now. And of course, this is the fever as a child is its own sort of just like thing that happened to him, and then this is something he's like doing to himself, which I thought was really interesting.
There is no pain you are receding.
Yeah, and they're like full up abusing him, trying to get him ready to go and perform. Like this is where I saw a lot of the Elvis like type level of abuses to like
like Hoskins is kind of like the Colonel, just pumping him full of drugs.
Yep. And just like, okay, get ready. And I think in order to become the person that has to get prepared for these shows, and like literally they have this weird sort of depiction of him like shedding this like creepy skin, he's like molting almost in the limo, and that's when he becomes the dictator, the general, whatever we want to call him. I'm like, ooh, that's like really well layered with the idea of like what parts of yourself do you get rid of in order to be that performer and to be that person night after night. Like, whoa, that's fucked up. I mean, it makes me think, even my therapist and I were talking about like even just working in retail and how you have to kind of become a different person, especially as a neurodivergent person. Retail is not for me, but it's just like what I have to do right now in my life to make money. And I feel like, at least my therapist was talking about how she for years felt like she had to completely strip away like herself in order to do the job, you know, and just like she was like, I was a bitch and I would come home and have to like wait a half hour for myself to like thaw out again because she was just so like, that's the only way she could self-preserve. And she's like, yeah, it took a lot away from me. And I'm like, not the same anymore because of what like that takes from you, you know? And I thought I was kind of thinking about that just in general of like the leaps we make for capitalism to try to just like make a paycheck. And, you know, at the end of the day, yes, these singers want to be singing and creating art. And also they're making the paycheck. They're also still in the machine as much as we are, if not more, because they're in front of a crowd doing their thing every day. And that's how people evaluate their worth, you know? And the idea of that has got to be so isolating and so like othering, you know, where you truly have to become this other person to be able to get up and perform day after day like that. Like, whoa.
I've never sold out in this way, but when the kid throws the rat in the water,
yeah,
and in the song it says the child is grown, the dream is gone. It's like your artistic self is given to the world.
Yep.
But that dream can never be realized because your entourage is stealing from you. Yep. You know, your life is not your own. They don't show it here, but like a lot of rock tours are paid for by sponsors.
Totally.
You know, there's just this whole machine. I mean, they talked about it in Wish You Were Here with that song Into the Machine or whatever that one is, and Have a Cigar, like you just get chewed up by the system.
That's so true.
The way Pink deals with it is to get comfortably numb.
And then become a fascist.
He's reborn as a fascist. He's melted into this new thing.
Yep.
We see some moms with babies. You don't see that often at a Pink Floyd show.
No.
We're getting waves of weed smoke.
Yep. And I noticed a lot of people had like black pointy hats. I was like, that was really good
Jesus
imagery. And it also made me very comfortable, which was the point, but hard to watch for sure. A lot of this, of course, they're doing actual like Nazi salutes, and then also the like Pink Floyd salutes, you know, or whatever he created for that. I was like, oh God, yeah, this is too relevant still.
Check this moment out. It's at 1 hour 13 about him and his fascist entourage go through the alienation tunnel.
That's
which
right.
in stadiums is like how you go from the green room to the stage or arenas. And that's a weird juxtaposition. Or is it a callback? Is it mirroring? One of those.
All the above, probably.
And then we see these hammer banners. We got a guy with a black dog. This fucking Nuremberg rally situation.
Like actually, yep.
And now that song that was kind of cute and cartoony at the beginning, that maybe was ironic, now it's full on the real deal. And I mentioned Joe Rogan earlier, or like Elon Musk or whatever. If you pretend to be something long enough, eventually you're just that thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
We've got homophobia, anti-Semitism, racism, anti-weed.
Literally. Yeah, that was an interesting one to throw in there.
You're smoking a joint.
Yeah.
There's one with spots.
Yeah. I mean, it's so well done because it's so interesting when you're just like sitting around and the song like comes on or whatever. Like if I accidentally have the wall shuffled and the song just comes on, I'm like, you know, because
you look around. Is there anybody around here?
Yeah, like
who's gonna think I'm endorsing this?
Exactly. And I think a lot of fans were very much like up in arms when this song came out because they're like, how could you, you know, because they're not maybe critically listening to the rest of the album or whatever, and they're sort of like is this what they believe, you know, or whatever. And so I thought that was kind of interesting, is that this was like a really universally like disliked song by a lot of fans because they just didn't even want to be associated with that kind of thinking. And I think that's such a great point that Pink Floyd is making, though, by writing this, and that the movie's making, is like, of course you don't want to be associated with this stuff. And this is what cults become. This is when fanatics and crazy fan bases turn into something far more dangerous. I mean, it's literally the Trump cult. It's literally like MAGA. You know, I was seeing so much of like MAGA in this, and so much of like Netanyahu like in this, where I was like, holy shit, like this is what happens when propaganda is so steeped within a culture or a fan base or that kind of thing.
And if you feed the worst impulses of the crowd,
yes,
you follow that momentum.
Yep.
Now it's kind of like conservative Star Trek fans.
Yes.
Conservative Pink Floyd fans, or like nice liberals. It's like, did you listen to Money?
Right.
Like he's playing a character who's an asshole. Like, it's not them. They're artists, right?
It's like he's making a discussion about, yes.
And there's tons of musicians. Pearl Jam, like almost all his songs are through the character. You know, sometimes it's personal, but it's usually through the voice of a character.
Right.
There's a lot of artists do that. Even rappers, it's a very personal medium. Sometimes they'll pretend to be a gangster or whatever.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't real gangsters.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah. And I think that it makes people uncomfortable enough that they either don't want to engage, or you just got to take a few more moments to listen and be like, okay, but what do I know about this artist?
Right.
Why would they be singing this? Oh, they're talking about fascism, which is still very relevant. Oh, okay.
Right. But like nobody goes to Stephen Tobolowsky and is like, you played a KKK guy.
Right.
You must be a racist.
Right. That's so true. Yeah.
So at first I wrote, I wonder what Roger thinks of this stuff. And then I go, well, he did write this part.
Right. True.
But apparently Gerald Scarfe felt bad afterwards because, like always happens, a certain segment of the fan base started emulating this shit.
Oh, God.
You know, it's like one thing if you dress like a stormtrooper, you know,
sure,
you like the outfit.
Yeah.
But like, this is too close to real life.
That's way too close. Way too close. You can't just put hammers on a bandana and like be fine. No, like
like on an armband.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like come on, y'all. That's not.
I guess there were people going around with sticks.
Oh,
like it was a whole
God.
deal.
See, that's what they were warning against. This is the whole point.
Right.
Wow.
We get another great sequence, the hammers marching.
Oh, I love this visual. It's brilliant.
This is Run Like Hell. Every once in a while, they do a song like this that's just this driving rhythm.
Totally.
I'm trying to think of the one from... Could you vamp for a second?
Run. Yo, better. That hammer throughout, though, the idea of the wall breaking down using a hammer, but also you could build a wall with a hammer. I love a dual purpose metaphor here.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's... No, it's not. I thought maybe it was Adam Hart Mother. Maybe it's Metal. One of these days from Metal. But yeah, there's songs that like could be like a rock anthem or an army march.
Yes.
And here they just went, the subtext is now text.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But fascists are kind of like that. Like I once remember somebody describing Bill Cosby's comedy as fascist. It's like scientifically designed to elicit a particular emotion.
Yes.
Or way of thinking. And
true.
So like subtext really doesn't serve that, right? You don't want people like going on flights of fancy. Like, and I think maybe that's why he's against weed.
Yeah, true.
Because he's like, no, this isn't about airy fairy anymore.
Yeah.
This is like darkness.
This is serious. Yeah. Yes.
The paramilitaries take to the streets. The fans' faces are featureless, like the Brick Kids. They're rousting people out of their businesses. Night of the Long Knives.
Yep.
Fascists raping and killing. Another Roger scream that coincides with SA.
Yeah. Yeah, that was terrifying.
You might not have liked that bit.
I was like, I'm gonna drink my water. I'm gonna settle my body because I am very unsettled currently. Yeah. Ooh.
So that brings up an important question. Is there any other media you really love that you find difficult to show to somebody because it's you have to have an uncomfortable conversation?
Ooh, there's definitely. I'm trying to think now.
I feel like it's usually around SA or abuse.
Totally. I mean, definitely like anytime I'm trying to tell someone about Game of Thrones, I'm like, but here's a million caveats, you know, and I have to be like, okay, there's incest, there's SA, there's so much nudity, and a lot of it is non-consensual, you know, like all this stuff, and
animal killing.
Yeah, like so, like almost all of it.
Degrading of women.
And most of the time, just one of those, my friends will be like, no, I'm good, you know, or like, I mean, even I'm a huge Buffy fan, and there is a lot of stuff that is not trigger warning on there. And I deal with self-harm. And so in Buffy, there is so much that is just like shown of that stuff. And it triggers me so bad that I like had to go on the like, Does the Dog Die website. I don't know if you see that, but it's basically a website that talks about all the triggers in shows and movies. And you just like look up the show you're looking for and you just see what's coming. And so, and my friend who is watching Buffy has a really hard time with SA, and there's some of that happens in season 6-ish, I think. And I was just like, okay, like I'll tell you what episode, you know, obviously, like if you want spoilers to help you through it kind of thing. So it's, you know, all about your safety and comfortability. But yeah, I was surprised by Buffy being such especially because no one had like trigger warnings back then, you know, there was nothing. And even on the sites, like I watch it on Hulu, and even on Hulu it has absolutely nothing before the beginning of an episode about like anything that could be triggering. And I'm like, I have to like pause episodes sometimes to be like, okay, whew, I need a drink of water.
I'd love to do a content warning at the beginning of this one, because if somebody's never seen The Wall, they might be like, oh, I love Dark Side of the Moon. This will be great.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'd like to recommend a podcast called The Books That Burn.
Ooh.
Two sisters,
okay.
or I guess siblings, one or more of them. I haven't listened in a long time, but I think one or more of them is either non-binary. I need to check back in with them.
Yeah.
I had one of them as a guest on Everything is Awesome, my old interview show.
Oh, yes. That's so cool.
But the conceit of their show is that they tell you they talk about the stuff that's difficult in the thing. And so part of their mission is to like, if somebody is the type that wants to know what's going on in a thing, they can come to their website and be like, oh, a dog dies or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And they do kids media and like family stuff, and then occasionally more adult stuff.
That is so cool. What a great concept. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good service to provide.
Definitely. It's not provided enough.
And what's that website you mentioned?
It's called Does the Dog Die?
Does the Dog Die?
It's really helpful. I think it has most shows and movies that I watch are on there. And they'll give you timestamps or like certain episodes at least. And I think it's a community forum, so people can add like, oh yeah, and remember this episode, let's warn for that or for something. And it has warnings for all different types of things that could be potentially triggering. So
I would have liked one before one of those Deanna Troi episodes.
Yeah. Or any of the like
Betazoid.
Yeah, or the T'Pol one, or the 7 of 9 one. Any of those would have been nice.
Where she's
Star
like,
Trek,
where she's surgically altered. Jesus.
And the one where she's not believed for being, yeah, exactly. Yeah, surgically altered. Yep.
Oh my God. Different podcast episode, but not being believed sucks.
Yeah.
They don't really get into that in this film, but and now we get the worms. Waiting for the worms. They're like coming together. This is another animation sequence, and they're forming these like climbing towers. The animation here reminded me a little bit of the Phantom Toll Booth. Something about the art style.
I could
I
really
mean, way
see that.
grosser, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
It's like that
Not
and
for kids, but-
Aliens.
Yes,
Or
totally.
Alien.
Yeah.
Fat Judge. I feel like fat people once again are getting some stick here.
It's an unfortunate trope that I really wish would stop happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a part of Buffy? Because Buffy, it was the 90s and it was Whedon. So there was
Right.
a lot of stuff.
I know. That's the hardest part about Buffy is that it's Whedon. Not as much as you think. There's definitely some monsters that are like grotesque and like fat, and you're like, oh no. But no, not as much. Armin
just
Shimmerman
had
is in a lot of
Xander.
Buffy. Yeah, it just
Oh,
had
yeah.
Xander, which
Is
is
he
his
the
own
principal?
warning. He was the principal. Yeah. Yeah, Xander, his own trigger warning.
I'm on a
full character.
podcast Discord for The Greatest Generation, and they'll screen films and TV and stuff.
Nice, yeah.
And lately they've been doing Buffy, so I'll just if I don't have anything to do, sometimes I'll check that out, and I'm like,
Totally.
fucking Xander again.
I
I'm in the
know.
chat. What's wrong with this guy? Can't they kill him yet?
I wish.
And he survives for the entire
It
series.
makes me so mad, honestly. And he doesn't have like a good like growth arc like someone like Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who's like, you know, definitely a
Begins an
misogynist, and yeah, and then like learns to respect women because he meets all these amazing women, and he's like, oh, and he like puts on a dress, and he's like, oh, I just need to like be less awful. And I'm like, wow, why can't more Xanders do that?
That reminds me of the thing you both said a lot during your feminism series, which is who's got the most respect women juice.
Yes, who drinks that juice? It's always a good question to ask, especially of our favorite TV characters. Like, will they drink that respect women juice? Yeah. Definitely not Pink. He's not drinking that juice.
You. Maybe after the film? Who
Maybe,
knows?
yeah.
For some reason, I wrote at the start of Waiting for Worms such a Beach Boys vibe. What the hell?
What part of the Beach Boys?
I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. See
Yeah.
if I can.
Let's see.
I'm gonna turn up the sound, so I'll have to
Okay.
cut this part out. But
Sure.
that's just some crackling. Door opens. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Maybe something from Smile. I don't know.
Yeah, it may be.
Oh, it was before all the fascist shit.
Beach Boys
I'm not
before
going that
fascism.
far back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Somebody remake The Wall, but with the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys. Wow. That would be great. I want to see it.
Except you'd have to set it in America. Ugh.
Oh.
We got enough
Even
fascists.
scarier,
here.
yeah.
Yikes. We get some Britannia rules, more freaky animation, walking hammers, and Pink is giving direct. Oh, he calls his guys the Worms.
Yeah. That was cool.
He's singing something in a stall. Oh, this is where I got so locked in that I like didn't take any notes after this point. Because it's like his trial, and then it's just boom. It's
Oh,
over.
the trial, it's just over. Yeah. Okay. This part was really interesting of Stop, because I went to thewallcomplete.com for this song, because they do say here that like Stop has more lyrics. I think it's initially in the album, it's the shortest song like I think Pink Floyd's ever made. But this apparently has a few songs from the chorus of Your Possible Past, and then he moves into several lines of 5:11 a.m. The Moment of Clarity, which is really cool, which apparently was written at the same time as The Wall, and was later released by Roger Waters' first solo album, The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. So some lyrics were taken here, and what's really cool about thewallcomplete.com is that they go through every single song and talk about it from the album and then from the movie and then like what was different and then analysis and stuff. And so if you're curious to look more into that, and they said too, quote, listen carefully and you can hear DJ Gary Yeoman's MC intro from the live shows, which also opened Is There Anybody Out There? The Wall live years later. So that's super cool. That's like, because he's apparently like in the backstage bathroom of the concert, like having his, other breakdown,
Right.
and singing the lyrics of Stop. But like the extended version. I thought that was really cool because I was like, I don't remember there being like, what is he whispering there? Like, I couldn't really hear it. There was no subtitles on my YouTube, so I was like, what are you saying there, Pink?
And that brings us to the trial.
Oh, I love this transition. It's so cool. Finally, I guess the self-realization is what brings him into the trial, I think. You know, finally being like, have I been guilty all this time? Can help him to get him ready for the trial, basically. I have always loved this song. It's really fun to just sort of like stomp around the house singing it. You little shit.
Okay, I'm gonna go through these lines. Tell me who's saying this. So good morning, Worm, Your Honor. That's the is that the judge or the bailiff?
I think. Yeah.
The prisoner who now stands before you was caught red-handed, showing feelings of an almost human nature. The schoolmaster. So I always said he'd come to no good in the end, Your Honor. If they'd let me have my way, I could have flayed him into shape. So, like, it could have abused him even more.
Right? Like, what? Did you already do that? And it clearly didn't work. He still became an artist.
That did not pay off.
Yep. My hands were tied. The bleeding heart's an artist. Let him get away with let me hammer him today. I love that because, you know, it's such the idea of like, oh, the bleeding hearts and artists are really going to ruin the world with their empathy.
Yeah, and as we have seen, I'm sure none of our listeners are abusive parents, but don't buy into that shit. Spanking just makes people hide their crimes.
Exactly.
Cause a whole bunch of complexes. Then they call his wife. She's a real mean.
Yeah, very.
You should have talked to me more often. Just 5 minutes, Worm, Your Honor. Him and me alone.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Very much yikes.
She turns into a scorpion, stings him, wears him like a stole. Her hair bursts into flames. She asks the judge to give him to her to punish. And then we get his mom. Never wanted him to get in any trouble. This is how I felt. Like my mom protected us, but she also didn't pay attention to us really unless we were achieving something. Lord has a new song about, I think it's called Your Favorite Daughter.
Favorite Daughter, yes.
And like I was an actor. I tried to like get your attention essentially. And that was me like forever. And it made me think I was crazy. Like, why can't I finish anything? And what I found out at some point in therapy, I think, is that I didn't want to give her a win.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Pink's problem necessarily, but for me, it was like, I don't want her to brag about me to anyone.
Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense.
So I got into podcasting instead. And swear a lot. Hope she won't listen.
Oh my gosh, totally. Yeah.
I can't imagine she'll listen to this one. She recently became a patron of my other show, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think she was just being nice.
Fair.
I don't think she wants to hear all our dirty jokes.
LOL, fair.
Oh my God. The way you made them suffer, your exquisite wife and mother, fills me with the urge to defecate. And he turns around and just fucking spews shit all over. Oh my God.
Oh, they really popped off with this animation here.
I don't know if they were going for this, but that is literally how the justice system treats people in crisis, the vulnerable.
Totally.
If you have a mental illness, if you're a person of color, I mean, I don't have to tell you if you're a woman or queer, like.
Or if you have like an addiction or something. Yep.
Yeah. They shit all over you.
Yep.
I sentence you to be exposed before your peers. Now, this is a little strange because the trial is very mean and shitty, but it has a positive outcome.
Right. Right. I've always wondered this about about this song because it gives me so many mixed feelings of the whole like tear down the wall is for me. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then I'm like, wait, why am I cheering? Isn't this bad? Wait, is this good? Wait, is it both? And I think that's, in a way, at least what I feel like he's going for with sort of like the whole building of the wall was both a good and a bad thing. It was a protector and it was the tool he needed at the time to like survive. And it also isolated him and created more of a mess for his own psyche. And so tearing down the wall is probably both hugely important for like a step forward, but also just like crushing for his own like just wellness at first. Because anything hard that you have to do, it's like going to therapy when you like really don't want to go one day and you're like, but I know I'm gonna really need it today, and then you come out and you're like, I just sobbed for like an hour straight, but boy do I feel better. Like, but it was the hardest thing I had to do. It kind of feels like that, like catharsis, and that's, I guess, the mixed feelings I get about this song is it's so cathartic with the wall coming down. Seeing it visually especially is so like satisfying, and it's also like
a big boom.
Devastating. Yeah, exactly.
I think this part was a huge problem that the band had, which is that for them it ends in this positive, like say catharsis.
Totally.
And for some reason the film ends with these tiny little kids essentially doing child labor.
Right.
In this smoky ruin.
Yeah.
Picking up glasses. Is this a thing maybe at the end of the war? Everybody was pitching in to clean up?
That's kind of what I was thinking. And I was wondering too if it's sort of a metaphor of like, you have to sort of now hand it over to your childhood self to like pick up the pieces from, maybe sort of allowing yourself to become a child again, but you're still, sorry.
That was my phone.
Hopped off. You're allowing yourself to be a child again, but you also still have to pick up the like pieces of what fucked you up in the first place.
Yeah, they're picking up all this masonry after an explosion.
Yeah.
Did you catch the boot?
Yes. Oh.
Is that the adult self giving way to child rebuilding?
I think so.
The kid finds a bottle, maybe a Molotov cocktail.
It looks like a Molotov
he sniffs
cocktail.
the rag
That's
and
what
drops
I thought.
it, pours the gas out, and that's the final freeze frame.
Yeah.
I love a
Cue
freeze
the
frame
credits.
at the end of the movie.
I love a good freeze frame, especially for the 80s. It's what we need. Yeah, this kind of shocked me. I agree. It was a little bit definitely different than how I would have imagined doing it. But I did really appreciate the final song being just the credits, because you kind of do get to sit with the film and sit with the final song and not have any more images like thrown at you, because you've just experienced like a whole length of time where it's a little bit overstimulating and a little bit like you're just filled with all these images and metaphors, and then the last song you just get to like sit and listen. And I'm really glad that they cut the film like that. And apparently this is lyrics over the music that was played by the National Philharmonic Orchestra of the Potaduralas male choir. So cool, good for them. I just thought it was cool. I thought it sounded very beautiful. And apparently
turn it up so I can be reminded.
Yeah, please.
Here. Yes. Is this the second part of the song that starts the film? Mm-hmm. All alone or in twos, the ones who really love you walk up and down outside the wall, some hand in hand, some gathering together in bands. The bleeding hearts and artists make their stand, and when they've given you their all, some stagger and fall, as after all it's not easy banging your heart against some mad bugger's wall. So this whole film has been all about him in his head, his visions, his ideas. And now, the very end, we get a choir that has none of the members of the band in it, singing about him. This is what it's like when you come out of addiction
Yes.
or a deep depression or a crisis of any kind, really. And the people are waiting there to help you.
Yes. And it's called Outside the Wall, like you've made it out to the other side. Ooh.
Are you a fan of Brandi Carlile?
Not really. I don't know.
Okay.
Much.
She has a song called That's Not Me. Or That Isn't Me. And it's all about, that when you're nearing the end of addiction, or what do you call it? The problem, crisis period. And you're like, that's not me. It's not me. And then you come out and you're like, that wasn't the me that I am now.
Ooh,
that makes time for my family. And so that really speaks to me.
That's beautiful.
And when I talk to somebody that's like really down, I'll be like, people are out here waiting to help you. There are groups, there are people you didn't even know care about you that will come to your aid.
Yep.
You just have to tear down the wall, man.
Exactly. Oh, I love that. Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Any other notes we didn't get to?
I don't think so. I'm so glad we got to talk about this. It's such an important film, and I think at least, people in my circles don't even know it exists, and I'm like, I just want to spread this to people, and there's so much to learn from it, and that I'm still learning from this album and from this movie. So I'm really, really glad we got to talk about it today.
Hell yeah. I am pulling up. We don't have a lot of time, but I'm pulling up the 1-star reviews.
Oh my God, yes.
My favorite bit. Most of them, there's very few 1-star reviews, which is pretty amazing. 90% are 5 stars.
Wow, okay.
Obviously, when somebody buys a DVD, they're probably
already
a fan,
liking it, yeah.
So most of these complaints are like, this video didn't work. Yeah, people don't like the recut. Yeah, these oh God. This is not the wall I grew up with. Everything was wrong. Not at all what I was hoping for. Do not buy it if you have ever seen the original. You will be very disappointed.
Oh no.
Let's go to IMDb. That's probably
I was just checking
more about the film itself.
I was checking Rotten Tomatoes, and it looks like it is a 73% and an 89% audience. So
that's pretty good for kind of a polarizing film in many ways.
I'm actually surprised. Yeah.
Okay, I'm clicking on the 1-star. 1 stars. Self-indulgent nonsense. As big a misfire as The Who's Tommy film, The Wall is a 90-minute rock video masquerading as profound art. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what it is. It is profound art.
Yeah. Oh, people don't get it. The real ones get it.
There's tons of overbaked symbolism throughout the film. Ooh, school children going into a meat grinder. Rock concerts and Nazi rallies. How did they come up with this clever stuff?
Oh my God.
Even Gerald Scarfe's animated sequences are a disaster. Eat my ass.
Literally. What the hell? Jeez, that's insane, y'all. Oh, people.
Oh, this person walked out of the theater.
Oh, why?
Holy shit. I had to leave the theater. I have never done that, even during Flash Gordon. I repeat, do not take your children to this.
Well, yeah. Are you dumb?
If your children want you to rent this, then you need to have them tested for drug use. I could see where a small minority of 20-something pot smokers would enjoy this movie as a way to get high, etc. But for everyone else, don't waste your time and money. If you do want a good movie for getting high or drunk and watching, I would suggest Trainspotting. Much better.
What?
I sort of like Pink Floyd, and I couldn't stand this movie.
Oh.
This is the wildest part of this review. My favorite part is the animated dancing vaginas.
Oh no.
I think that's the best one I've read on this
And
podcast yet.
Dancing Vaginas. Yeah. If that's your favorite part, then like you gotta look inward.
Weird combination of thoughts.
Oh my god, people are insane. I love it.
Amazing. Well, that is Pink Floyd The Wall. We love it. Woo-hoo. Tons of people love it. Give it a shot.
Hell yeah.
You might have to grin and bear it through a certain few scenes, but it clips along. It's got a lot to say.
Absolutely. For sure. And got some great music. So
I'm really glad we did this.
Me too. I'm so glad we found a mutual love of Pink Floyd here. It's so
I didn't ask you. Oh, no, I did ask you. Your favorite album is The Wall.
Yes, indeed.
Mine is Wish You Were Here.
Oh, yes.
That song. I learned how to play it on guitar.
It's one of the best guitar songs.
It's about someone you love that went crazy. My brother has a schizophrenic disorder. Yeah. Means a lot.
Absolutely. Really speaks so deeply. I love that song so much.
Not everybody loves Pink Floyd, but they should.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like there's a Pink Floyd for everyone. You know, if you don't love a certain song or album,
check out Echoes.
Exactly.
You like a nice poppy outro, listen to Eclipse.
Oh, literally, there's something for everyone. And maybe this movie's for you. If you like some freaky imagery and some deep meanings, like get ready for the dancing vaginas. It's great.
We'll pick a final quote, but before we do you have any recommendations for the listener? Anything you've been grooving on of late? That, I mean, it could be Star Trek.
That's always a good recommendation. I would say, actually, I have been for almost 2 years now watching One Piece, the very long, very amazing anime. And if you're not an anime fan, that's totally fine. You can ignore this advice. One Piece is probably not for you, but I've been enjoying that. I'm almost to 1,000 episodes, and
Jesus.
There's more than 1,000, by the way. It's still going, by the way.
Absurd. How long are they?
They're like 24-ish minutes per episode. So
like a Lower Decks.
Yeah, it's very short, and also half of it is intro, because anime intros are exceedingly long. So you like basically watch 12 minutes of glorious show. I really enjoy it. It's pretty much so much about resisting fascism and resisting oppression. And Luffy would absolutely free Palestine. So I'm really vibing with that right now. I've just been very much enjoying that. And of course, watching Star Trek for the pod as usual. We're about to start our trial series for Star Trek. So that's gonna be really fun. Speaking of the trial.
I just rewatched the one with the birthday party on Lower
yes!
Decks.
It's so good. I love it. Absolutely. So that's kind of what.
Or A Measure of Man. There it sits.
Exactly. There's so many good trial ones. We can't wait to discuss them. And yeah, it's been a good time. Just been enjoying life as much as one can in this capitalist hellscape.
Fuck yes. I've almost run out of all my recommendations, but my one of my favorite Doctor Who podcasts, Hamster with a Blunt Penknife, they're doing the X-Files now.
Yes. Oh.
And they're about 6 episodes in. Last one was Fallen Angel.
Oh, love that one.
Yeah.
I just recently started rewatching the X-Files, and it's as good as when I saw it the first time. So
I can't, because I canceled my Disney Plus subscription during the crazy free speech bullshit with Sinclair Media, ABC.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I accidentally started my other podcast.
You're like moving right along.
That's my other recommendation. Shattered Worlds RPG. It's an actual play set in the world of my books. It's got zombies and wizards and spaceships. Oh my!
So epic.
I'm about to do our season 6 recap.
Hell yeah!
It's so funny. It's so smart. It's not all because of me. The best co-hosts. Yeah, it's really good. So check that out. Shattered Worlds RPG. And before I do how they contact us, how do they contact you?
Sure. You can email us at the Duras Sisters Podcast at gmail.com. You can follow my personal art page. I do a lot of nerdy art for Star Trek, Zelda, anime, that kind of thing. It's at Nerds Who Art, with an underscore in between each word on Instagram. And you can follow us at the Duras Sisters Podcast at pretty much any social media except X. You can find us there. We're also on Tumblr, TikTok, YouTube, Threadless merch, all that kind of stuff, and our Patreon, where we do a lot of really fun extra Star Trek content, and where we have our wonderful patron Jeff is just been an amazing supporter of our show.
Just monopolizing every channel on the server.
I mean, we love it. We love that you get to be a part of our lives in so many aspects. The Discord as well.
I'm on my breaks at work. Oh, this thing happened in a TOS comic today.
Oh, it's perfect. We love to hear it. We love to talk about Trek as often as possible. So if you're like that, then come join us.
I just started Vulcan's Glory, which is in their book club next month.
So exciting.
Or is it this month?
This month. November. Yeah. It's already halfway over. I need to start it. I can't wait. I have my Spock shrine above me. So I am ready to enjoy all the Vulcan glory that is going to happen. Yeah.
You're doing watch parties?
Yes.
Now, can people take part in the watch parties if they're not a paid member, or do you have to be a paid member?
You can just join our Discord and be a part of the watch alongs. Cool. We just all play at the same time and then chat in the Discord. We're going to be continuing that for the trial series, so that's going to be really fun. You also get to choose at a poll, you choose what episode you want to watch of the week. So lots of options for y'all if you're a Trek fan, particularly.
And you guys have set up a very loving and supportive environment for the fans, which is great. It's a nice, safe place.
Thank you for saying that.
Safe space.
I mean, community is really what we're trying to build here, and
sorry, I said that in a cheekily.
No, I know what you
way.
meant, though.
Okay.
I know what you meant. It is a safe space. That's what we try to achieve here. And I feel the same way. Coming on your pod these 2 times has been really fun, and I'm so glad I could just say what I want and be myself and unmask. It's great.
Hell yeah. I've had an enormous pleasure. If you are just meeting Rhianna for the first time, go to our Lower Decks. Was it episode 3?
I believe so.
Was it 2? You know what? I'm just gonna. That was episode 3 with the Duras sisters, Rhianna and Ashlyn.
That was really fun. We laughed so hard. I was in stitches.
Oh my god! Oh, and then of course I was on your podcast during the Lower Decks episode of the Cave series.
Yeah, if you want to hear some amazing haikus that Jeff wrote about the caves.
I really got to do some more haikus.
That was so fun. Such a great time.
That was the first format of poem I got some respect for from my poetry teacher.
Oh, it's amazing. I love that we're also fellow poets. We're really kindred spirits here, Jeff. I love it.
Hell yes. Hell yes. So final quote. I'm thinking you want a bath?
You want to take a bath? Yeah, that's another vocal stim. Yeah.
A huge thanks to James Lark of jameslark.co.uk for providing our wonderful theme song. Thank you, James.
You want to take a bath? Yeah, that's another vocal stim. Yeah. Oh, man. That's a good one. Trying to think of some of the other things that they just randomly yell.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote down any other quotes. I mean, it's mostly songs,
Yeah.
so.
You know, just bleeding hearts and artists. Make sure you're one.
What's the one from, I've got plastic boots?
Yeah, electric
No.
boots. No, I'm thinking of.
Electric
Yes.
boots.
Or is that
Yeah.
Elton John? I got electric boots.
I'm
a
suit.
Ready in a magazine. Maybe we're getting confused. Maybe they both said it.
I'm scrolling back. I
I
can't
was like,
let it
wait,
go.
is that?
I must know this lyric. What is that song called? Is it In the
I've
Flesh?
got second sight. Nowhere to fly to.
Yeah, fly to.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. I've got electric sight. That's what it is.
Sight.
Sight. From the
Okay,
TV.
we were really thinking about.
Right?
Yeah, sure. Oh, of course.
Or is it electric
Yeah.
light? God, I gotta find this.
And he's
damn
got
song.
second sight.
That's right. I got a little black book with my poems in. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, brilliant.
I've got a grand piano to prop up my mortal remains. Man, that'd be a good way to go. Like, just they lower you next to your piano,
Yeah.
like right into the ground.
Ooh, okay.
It's a huge
Love
grave.
that. I will die with my piano. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well,
That's the artist way.
yes,
Yeah.
the true artist way. Well, thank you, Rhianna. This was wonderful.
Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
I know we're going to have some
So
great
fun.
bloops for after the credits. Stay for those.
Totally.
I'm going to go talk about Star Trek with Sophia.
Woo, yay.
It's the last episode of
Oh.
season 1, The Neutral Zone. It is fucking bananas.
Insane. You're going to have so much fun.
God, what is that line? With all this money, maybe I can buy this ship.
Oh my God. And I'm like, get out of here. Go out the airlock.
Get the fuck out of here, Ralph.
Literally.